Welcome everyone to the PS4 Open Series December Finals for BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. I am Raph, and with me Ebonic Plague, and here we're bringing you the top 8 for North America as they fight it out to see who will be our last champion for the year 2020.
Yeah, so earlier we saw who our last European champion was, and that was going to be Cax this time, with King Rasta in the bracket and everything. There was no 4P for King Rasta, and in fact, he went down fairly early. Cax, however, looked unstoppable throughout the entire bracket. When I say fairly early for King Rasta, I mean fairly early for King Rasta. It wasn't exactly early, but still.
Yeah, just an amazing set for that grand final. It's great to see the European scene end on such a really fun note, and you see our previous monthly champion, so Cax is there for December. And in strict contrast to the European legacy for tournaments here, you see North America's almost had unique champions all throughout the months for the PlayStation Tournaments Open Series.
Yeah, so the only person that we have within this current bracket is actually Razzo Sharp, that is a returning champion. So beforehand, NA had no returning champions until Tempest NY took it last month, because they took one of the months before we started broadcasting, and they were our first returning champion. Now, none of those people, aside from Razzo Sharp, are in this bracket. So there is a good chance that Razzo Sharp could be the second repeating champion. However, they're going to have to go up against this star-studded cast of players.
Yeah, a lot of variety looking at the bracket. You know, Razzo being the first seed, his opponent is, Master CJ's made his rounds in BB Tag as well as a lot of other fighting games. But then as you kind of go through, you're going to see like the strength of players like Garfield as well as Blue, Flower Man, previously known as Marvin Pie, so Flower Man making waves. Then you have Alex, also known as Puns, a star-studded player and a crowd favorite. And then on the tail end of the upper bracket is Tektol, Eastside, aka Tektol Fighter Z, and then Yami no Katamari to round it all out.
Yeah, so we got a lot of East Coast players on this one, but one West Coast player is in Yami no Katamari, so that's pretty surprising. But these players are going to be playing for a significant amount of prizes here. The top 4 is going to be getting dollary dues, as Raph likes to refer to it as. First place is going to be getting $400 dues. Second place is $300. Third, $200, and fourth at $100. And remember, this is the last monthly final bracket for this year. So, not only on top of the prize pool, not only on top of the money, but this is your last chance to be like, I was the best.
Well, the best to say in 2020, since there are still more events to come up for various games here at the PlayStation Tournaments Open Series. If you follow the link down there, go to the URL compete.playstation.com, you can find out how you yourself can enter some of these tournaments for various games. Compete in the weekly events to qualify for the monthly grand finals to take your chance to take home a little bit of that prize money.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of these players have gone through weekly events, monthly events so many times. Master CJ and Razzo Sharp are absolutely zero strangers to not only the broadcast, but the weekly events that go on. I feel like they're in there almost every chance they get, just playing. We see these two players all the time. Master CJ, Razzo Sharp, obviously one of the people we talked about being a previous monthly champion. So, Razzo Sharp, one of this person's main characters, absolutely Hakumen. The other, Merkava, is definitely happening, but they have kind of a numerous amount of teams, right? They play Carmine, they play Mika, etc., etc. But I feel like throughout the lifespan of BB Tag, the most in terms of characters we saw for these two, Razzo Sharp specifically, was Hakumen Merkava, which is an incredibly high damage team. They active switch a lot, so they always have the meter to make that high damage possible. Merkava continuously runs away to set up for Hakumen. The synergy is just far and away there.
Yeah, just a really fun team that you have from him. And then on the opposite hand, Master CJ with his squad that's really brought out by his Heart. Heart, a really fun character from the Arcana Heart series, notable for really high mobility, the ability to use a special dash in the air or on the ground that will home in towards her opponent. And she also has a lot of armor on her move, so she can definitely brute force her way in through her opponent and open up their defenses that way. And he does like to play, not a lot of different partners. I know he's a big fan of Rachel as of late. So he can definitely, toss that character in there. Is also notable for their mobility, but also some heavy zoning. So both players have like what they'll go for. It's just, the finer points of their team are really always up to interpretation, how they feel with the matchup that's going to be coming up here in this first match of our upper bracket.
Yeah, it's. I feel like it's more a matter of what we're gonna see Razzo's team selection be, rather than anything with Master CJ. Because it could be Carmine, it could be Hakumen. It's okay, so it is Carmine and Hakumen that we can see. So Carmine and Hakumen. It's not Merkava, but the thing is this team probably does more average damage because Carmine already has some of the highest solo damage in the game, meterless. So it's. In that sense, maybe stronger is you're racing damage faster than any other characters, right? Because of your team. But the problem is catching Heart is always just a struggle for just about every character. There's very few characters that can do it totally, but
Carmine with normals, right? He's gonna have a really good reversal action that can cover a lot of space. He might not be like the most mobile, but he definitely has the tools to kind of step her and bring her down to the ground. Then you see force that sandwich, get the reversal. So now Master TJ playing on the back foot now has to switch out to his Seth after the burst. It's a little bit of damage, but Seth also notable, being very mobile. He moved really well and got an early hit here too to bring it back to Razzo.
Yeah, Seth is an incredibly strong character in all regards. The mobility is not the only great parts about him, but I think one of the big parts about Seth in this team, specifically for Master CJ, is the assist into active, which is really nice. Unfortunately, though, unless he is able to get out of this next mix-up, we may only see Seth.
I feel like block burst is coming if there's a small opportunity to do so. Good blocks on there, not to use that meter for it, to the push block, homing in, keeping the Heart active, surprisingly. Okay, there's a switch out.
Yeah, we're probably waiting for the puddles to go away so that he could safely bring Seth in without him getting hugely punished.
Yeah, it's still a bit of risk. Glad he blocked it all out like he did, but now back in the sandwich here, having to guess left to right, jumps out, gets the hit on Hakumen. But nice grab there. I like that jump B from Carmine to kill the orb. Now we're bringing back Hakumen, nice low. Ooh.
Okay, sandwich position again. I feel like Master CJ gets in this position a lot.
He's not really trying to, but it just ends up in that spot. Like the great calls from the Carmine assist really force Master CJ to block, and then these sandwiches come out. So it's just been Master CJ having to hold this pacing that Razzo's been throwing up together.
Yeah, it's again back in that sandwich situation, able to get the full conversion, easy money, even without the meter. Gonna be able to take down that character. First game to Razzo Sharp. Definitely looking like the champion that we know them to be.
Oh yeah, no. Razzo's just always been doing such a great job, and I like his game plan is looking really good, right? He's calling that Carmine assist when he noticed Master CJ about to touch the ground. So he's just catching their toes, putting that block, giving Hakumen enough time to get in there, and then force that sandwich. So it's just really good placement of that assist specifically. That's really making it hard for Master CJ to run his game plan, because he's not, you'd think he'd be getting some sandwiches of his own, considering, the ability of Seth to do so.
Yeah. I think one of the biggest parts about what you just said is actually really important. It's rather than him chasing down Heart, Razzo Sharp is more so expecting where they're going to go with Heart, and then meeting them there with that assist like you're talking about, right? And so instead of it being incredibly difficult to catch her, you can just kind of be there instead of, being frustrated.
Well, speaking of frustrating, look at Master CJ putting this situation in. Oh, the burst beating out Heart's air super. Nice push block into the pinwheel. Good job from Razzo getting out of that situation with Hakumen with a lot of low life. Yeah. Now you bring in Carmine. A lot of calls on this Hakumen assist. A little scary. Yeah, he's a big boy, but you still can't take all that extra damage. Oh, the delay on the low. Nice.
probably try to jump out or something like that. Gonna cash out this damage here on Carmine. He does have the ability to heal that back at a possibility, but he's got to get the hit. And that's not going to be possible right here. Master CJ dealing with it. Woo! Calling the Seth 4P while at the top of the screen, so you got to deal with one or the other. Not going to be able to deal with both at the same time. I like the decision for Master CJ. It also just so happened to be that Razzo had already pressed a button, so Seth 4P just ended up punishing and dodging that button at the same time.
Yeah, just, in turn, good placements on those assists and keeping that pressure going. Looks like a really strong Master CJ round. However, I think you want to go with that, right? Where you have there's all this pressure that Hart can put out, and then just that extra cherry on top that Seth allows. Like, it was really the Hart show there. Seth, enabled a lot of the sandwiches. You saw a little bit here and there. But Master CJ, when he gets to play with his Hart and really that character starts to fly free, that can really just make things so hard.
Yeah, you definitely want her to fly free if you can make it happen, for sure. Oh, got both? Okay, no. Hart was luckily out of there, and yeah, recognize that. Tried to keep nice and safe. Did exactly that. Gonna be able to beat the first with the counter, and oh goodness.
Yeah, he's dead. I feel like this is gonna be all the life gone. Oh, never mind. I'm for an active switch instead of like a full cross combo, but it's fine because Seth is on, life support here. Has to bring in Hart, but that jumping A, nice hit.
Yeah, unfortunately dropping that combo for Razzo may end up spelling doom for his Carmine if he's unable to get out here in just a sec. The cross combo's activated to probably get a safe switch. Yeah, get that health back right here for Carmine.
Almost had an extension there from that distance. Oh, and baited the reversal out. The counter doesn't have a lot of lag on the end of it, but nice patience there from Master CJ. Gonna cash out a lot of this damage here. Into the knockdown. Oh, and meaty setup.
Oh, I love that. Use the jump to make Razzo want to anti-air and then immediately goes towards the homing attack to get out of anti-air range while calling the Seth assist to hit Hakumen for trying it.
Nice push block, save the Seth. Oh, and the chase down. I like this. Gonna super to get rid of Carmine, and now it's out down to solo Hakumen.
That was a beautiful conversion.
Oh, almost had a little bit extra credit there on the tag from the orb.
Yeah, I mean, I was just talking about beautiful conversions. That one would have been phenomenal.
Homing dash there. Has enough hit stun on the assist call. It's gonna run out this resonance timer. Not gonna be able to kill, but now Hakumen with 5 full bar, any clean hit can get rid of a character, but he has to find that hit first.
Yeah, I mean, Master CJ's got to be wary about his assist calls specifically because he could just obliterate 2 characters at once, and yeah, very nice job. Being able to cover multiple options at once. Call the Seth assist to try and goad Razzo into trying to kill him, right? Because if you homing attack over anything Hakumen does, you can punish him for killing Seth. Razzo may not have bit on the bait, but that actually ended up opening him up to allowing Hart to move around more freely on the screen.
Yeah, that's a lot of what I've seen from these last 2 games from Master CJ's. He will just, have this nice, stay in this area, this dead zone that he can kind of maneuver in away from Hakumen, but also call that Seth assist and, like you said, react accordingly, either with a custom combo activation or with the homing dash. So he's just playing very cognizant of Razzo's options, considering that Hakumen doesn't really have a real reversal action except for his counter. So he's not going to be sniping people out of the air like, say, Carmine would. Oh, happy birthday to start this next round. Master CJ growing a little bit older before 2021. All right.
Yeah, unfortunately, he didn't have a whole lot of meter, and that burst is not going to get properly punished with the assist. And Razzo dropping the combo there. It looks like maybe we're trying to hard bait a burst, but Master CJ didn't have the bar for it.
Yeah, that's scary. Nice catch. Use the counter to bring Seth into this corner. Unfortunate drop, had to burst out. No punish with a burst of his own, and just Razzo gets the grab, and there goes Seth.
Yeah, super smart to just finish it off directly after that throw. Make sure that there's no burst available.
Yeah, like a minor error on Master CJ's part, but now Master CJ trying to bring it back with this solo Hart. Has plenty of meter and has plenty of opportunity. Getting these hits, counting out, just locked out of burst through the resonance.
Yeah, just gonna have to kind of spend that cash the second he gets the next hit, because resonance is about to run out, and he definitely wants to at least take Carmine, or excuse me, Hakumen if he can. Got the 5C! Not
you ain't
something
seeing. How often do
terribly
you see Heart 5C? How often do you see that little overhead punch? That might as well be unblockable at this point.
Well, when I played Arcana Heart, I saw it a lot. I can say that much. Definitely not in BB Tag, though.
Okay, here we go. Solo Heart, solo Carmine. Carmine's residence all gone now. So we got to play as honest a fight as, honest can be in this kind of game. And I feel like Heart has the advantage here. And definitely now with this clean hit, 2 bars, going to make it down to a 1-hit game. In, out. Flow like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Yeah, I mean, Razzo's trying to stay as patient as possible to not put themselves in a precarious position. Caught the homing backdash, but just wasn't ready to fully confirm off of it. There's the throw. That should do it. Easy money. Uppercut. Master CJ.
Wonderful stuff. Master CJ coming in hard, taking down the first seed here in the North America Finals. Heart coming through with the power of love. And, Razzo just wasn't ready for all this love that was coming through. Got ran over by it, so good stuff. Master CJ sending, the highest ranked player here to the lower bracket.
Yeah, the homing cancels and the homing dashes from Master CJ was making Razzo too afraid to be able to press buttons in situations where you would normally see somebody like Carmine try to anti-air or even hit like just a jab, right? But not the case. You saw there blocking for at least like 60 seconds because they didn't want to whiff a button on the invincibility and then get punished for it.
Yeah, but you also got to take in the fact that because Razzo was so patient, when he got that counter hit, he had a hit, but it didn't convert off because he was just throwing it out there, always going to block it and be fine. He wasn't prepared for that moment because of how conservative he was playing. So like a lot of those little things kind of added up in that moment, and I like all the blocking in that, but it just doesn't feel like it was prepared for the one opportunity to turn the tide with the Carmine.
Whatever the case may be, Master CJ is going to be moving on and showing that even here at the PS4 Tournaments Open Series, even our previous champions can go down in the first round.
Oh yeah, for sure. With all of the strength of the amount of players in this top 8, just seeing the level of how good they are, and as you go down the bracket, it gets really crazy. So like Razzo, who always comes in with a good mindset, prepared for a lot of these players himself, has competed in these so often, right? Not just in the PlayStation Open Series, but as many online events to be prepared for whatever gets thrown at him. But we'll see what he does in the lower bracket. But for now, Master CJ looking pretty ready in round 2, where he will await the winner of Garfield versus Blue,
which is going to be our next match, in fact. So Garfield and Blue. So I'm gonna just talk about Blue first, specifically. Blue is basically one of the, I want to say, strongest community members within ArcSys games that we could ever hope and ask for. They do a lot of work within the community for things outside of the game, inside of the game, whatever you may think, honestly. So for them, they made top 8 here in the Open Series for the first time. And, I got to say props to them, but we got to see if they can take down Garfield, whom is also here in the top 8 for the first time on the Open Series. They're going to be looking at probably Seth. I want to say Seth Hyde from previous videos that I've seen, but it could be Ragna, it could be Seth, anything, But yeah, Seth, a character we saw just a little bit earlier. We saw how strong the orbs were in keeping people in check, because if you can't hit the orbs are going to home in on you. He can negate push block incredibly well, and mid-screen, his combos are good because the auto combo actually auto teleports him back to the opponent.
Mm-hmm. Again, there's a great tournament character. We've seen a lot of them. You just saw the previous game, Seth running wild. And in the EU top 8, there was a lot of Seth too. So just a character that's hit his stride in the latest versions of BB Tag, and it's just always been a threat with that mobility and that pressure. And then Blue, with Blue, you know what you're getting. You're getting Narukami and Hyde, the teams of protagonists. That's the fun part with him. Always sticking to their guns, always doing what they believe in that protagonist power. And there's a lot of people like that, right?
Yep.
So you put Blue in that pedestal of like the heroes that they're trying to be in the fighting game community, that are pushing forward and just always trying to defeat evil. So we'll see if Blue can keep that up. And I like the matchup that we're going to see, because they're really the wild cards here. like you mentioned, it's their first time in the ESL top 8. And it's hard to say what to really expect from both players in the fact of how their playstyles will clash, what they're going to bring to each other, what those adaptations are. Because not only are they new to the event, I can't say if they've played each other before and how prepared they are, because going into this, we didn't have the most knowledge about Garfield, right? We kind of looked at what do they do, how do they play, their results in the past, and great on them for making this, but it's in their favor that it's hard to prepare for a player like this.
Well, I mean, Garfield is out of Florida and Blue is out of Georgia. It's not super far away. I guess there's a chance, they've played against each other. But okay, so it's Seth Carmine this time. All right, so I've seen a couple of different teams for Garfield, but I don't know if I've seen the Seth Carmine just yet. Oh, that might have beat the burst. No, almost too early.
A little too early. Yep. But great start for Blue here. He's gonna play you in the front, and he's gonna have the hide with that great assist package in the back. Got the Pale Bringer assist, as well as the Fireball is gonna look really good to control the space and just really give Narukami a chance to put that pressure here. It's getting tagged though, so Mr. Garfield is gonna get nice hit, ending the auto combo from Carmine to get the life back and then set up a nice hit with Seth. Both players pretty even in life totals right now.
Ooh, got the cross combo thanks to the fact that he was hitting him before he was able to active switch. So that actually took all of his cross gauge. Not a lot of life on Garfield Seth, maybe wanting to active switch soon. Oh, active switch, active the unblockable, and gets the full combo as well.
Right, gonna bring him back down. Yeah, taking full advantage of this. Get a chunk of life back with that auto combo ender. There's the setup, nice burst out, and then the pressure coming in from Blue. All right, Hyde's blocking with a 1 meter though. EX neutral skip goes right through, gets Seth and takes him down. It's now 2 versus 1. Are we gonna see a CC? Here we go. Setting up the pressure. Nice push block out and gets the clean hit. Here comes Garfield.
Yeah, and that Hyde should be going. Oh, he doesn't have a lot of meter. I just noticed that. Okay, so maybe not going down. Despite Carmine's high solo damage output, if there's not enough puddles on the ground and not enough meter, he might not be able to do it. It's the hit right here, though.
Great
jump over it.
Great part to do Resonance. He's gonna finish this off with the Resonance Super. What a big turnaround for Carter S. Garfield, who has his Carmine regenerating so much life. He had so much red hook because it was self-inflicted damage. He has a distinct advantage here, despite Blue getting a lot of life back. Oh, attacking the buttons.
Oh, great anti-air right there from Garfield.
What a reversal.
Gonna be a huge uphill battle right now for Blue. He just Hail Mary Astral.
Full screen Astral, no punish! He used the fullest bar for that. Got a clean hit. Could have been a lot more damage if he had the meter. Reversal, not dead yet. Garfield with the bravery.
Oh,
speaking of double bravery, here comes Blue with the reversal.
Well, they're in Rampage time. He can get all that bar he lost back, but it's not gonna matter. The jump A gonna finish it off right there. I think Blue attempted to anti-air on that one, but it does have startup, and Carmine was already real close to that Hyde, so I'm not entirely sure if could have got it out in time.
Oh my god, they were scrambling at the end. The amount of just get off me. I'm not getting push blocks. I'm getting these uppercuts and reversals, and they all were connecting. But just the Astral from Blue, the Hail Mary, like if that would have hit, that would have been nothing short of amazing. But going into that last part of that match, the end game with no meter, even with Rampage time coming up, he's putting a lot on the line. This man is going to Vegas and betting on the roulette double zeros, I'm telling you.
Well, I wonder how much that's gonna work out for Blue, because that may have ended up making the match even harder.
I mean, we'll see. Got a fresh start. Every game is a new opportunity. Although Garfield here with a clean hit. Wow, that was clean with the jump C to bait the burst.
That's rare to see, honestly. I'm incredibly surprised that actually got high burst.
Hey, whatever works. Ooh, run up. Gets the hit here. Didn't call the assist to punish the burst, but still looking good now. Is Garfield. Seth has a huge life lead. And now it's just playing that game of catch me if you can.
Yeah, this is one of the hardest games to play versus Seth, is Catch Me If You Can, honestly. And, I mean, Blue's not trying to play Catch Me If You Can because he does have that persona in the back, right? He can chuck some fireballs, he can shoot a Zeodyne if he needs to. He's got a hit! No full conversion, though. Got one right there. Oh, he tried to take that first. He tried, I know.
I love that attempt. Oh, counter hit! He's gonna get this damage from full screen. He's gonna extend it. No, a little too late on the Palebringer assist. 5C connects with the text on the grab. Another 5C. He got cut airborne, didn't work. Goodness.
Oh, no, big sweep. Gonna finish it off before a burst is even possible. I think Blue dropping that combo to be able to kill the character with Narukami was super unfortunate. It kind of put him in this position. But there's the unblockable.
Oh,
not gonna be able to combo off here. Oh, nice! Oh, is that gonna win? Oh my god.
Not quite enough. Not quite enough. Okay, gonna toss out this resonance. Orbs coming through, forcing Blue to burst. Or, sorry, to push block. Here we go, making him block. And get hit either way. Nice stuff from Blue, keeping it solid. Taking second game.
Incredible Zeodyne timing right there to change the entire tide of the battle. That Zeodyne was clutch to be able to catch the assist.
Oh, power of the protagonist. Defeating evil with that lightning call was just so clean. As soon as he saw the assist, there was no CC available there for Garfield. Didn't pop it. Keep his characters alive, and just that mounted a huge comeback. And there's no better super to let that rock with. You know, it is difficult to punish, honestly, for a lot of characters. And I feel like that team with Carmine with meter would be able to do it. But at the same time, when you get caught by it, it's just you saw how much was gone. You saw how much life was lost from that team. So good from Blue and the awareness on that.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's a required thing, you know, just to be able to get out. You gotta spend some bar to do it. Blue did that. We are in game number 3 right now. Real close set so far. Okay. Oh yeah. Tried to use the hide assist to be able to save himself because that dive kick did whiff. That one didn't though.
Right.
Yeah, there's orbs up. He's got a block.
Yeah. Oh, and he kind of fights out, gets a hit here. And that's looks like Garfield's doing a lot of these grabs on meaty, which has been working out pretty well. And he's taking a lot of grabs too. Big damage. He's gonna get some life back here. Juice him.
Yeah, I love the decision to cross raid right there. It gives you a ton of damage, but it also gives you the active switch buff on top of healing Carmine. So you get Carmine healed, health regen, and you almost kill Hyde for it.
Oh my gosh, and just wake up
gonna
super,
DHC?
gonna
No.
get punished? I mean, Garfield didn't super early enough when he had Hyde in the combo, which potentially could have taken a character down. Okay, EX dodge is gonna work. It's gonna put Narukami in this bad position here. You know, gotta watch out for the Zeodyne because that can come out again and turn the tide, but Narukami might not be a factor. Wow, point blank EX pinwheel.
Oh
And
my
just
god!
grab like that through the normals?
He landed directly after the normal had already come out. So since he was in the air, it dodged the low. And the second he landed on the ground, was able to get the grab while he was still in the middle of the attack.
What amazing timing. Garfield just threading the needle every time, just picking these spots perfectly. And with like a good read on the situation, it just, you know, it's working out really well. And it's putting Blue on the back foot. So let's see if Blue can maybe like calm the pacing down a little bit, because it's getting really feisty, right? The pressure's on because Garfield's forcing it that way with, you know, the wake up supers, just his in-your-face playstyle. Blue needs to maybe break that up a little bit and try to slow down the pace some if he can, to maybe just turn this a bit around, because it is going maybe faster than he would like.
I wonder about slowing the pace down, simply because East Coast is the masters of scrap, right? They will scrap, they will street fight, and they will play the scramble with you all day.
Well, we'll see if that can work, because you got double East Coast on both sides, right? Florida and Georgia, so you know, two raging rivers hitting each other doesn't do much for either one. But it's working out for Garfield. He got a big life lead, but the hard tag worked out.
And the EX comes out, and wow, he actually ended up dodging the orb and getting the throw at the same time. He's gonna get full corner carry for this. Oh, overhead.
Really nice. An immediate burst with the run up. 5A. He's gonna get some damage here. Blocks it. He's gonna get some huge damage on high. This is gonna hurt. Not a lot of meter to send it. Oh. Nope. EX neutral skip. Yeah, tags it, but was so close to making that high disappear.
just a little bit too late on, or too high for the jump C to connect. Unfortunately, that super is not going to be able to get used, but he keeps his Carmine alive. Burst comes out, keeping the Seth alive too. On top of that, both characters are so low that, oh, never mind.
Yeah, Blue kind of just ran into Carmine's loving arms, and Garfield is going to take this set 3-1. Garfield with just that pressure from all points of the screen, and that really in your face, that aggressive playstyle just paid dividends.
I gotta say, I really do think East Coast are the masters of scrap. they love to scrap it out if they can, and Garfield, played that pretty well. I mean, anytime he could possibly get a full conversion, he tried to make it happen regardless of what the situation was, right? You see that one anti-air trying to make the whole thing happen. Unfortunately, he was just a bit too high. Setting up right there, getting the hide. He wanted to cash out before a burst was possible, but he had actually already killed the character.
He had the clean hit. I think a lot of times from both players, they got these hits with meter. They can, beat the burst out, get some damage, and really at least keep the momentum on their side. So that's something that, going forward could be a big factor once players get their bearings. But again, this is the first round of this top 8 as we're going through it, but that is the first half of that upper bracket. So Master CJ and Garfield will be playing each other to see who can qualify for the upper bracket finals. But the other half of upper bracket with Flowerman and Alex, Tektol East Side versus Yami no Kanemaru, it's going to be some crazy matches. Because like we had with Razzo versus Master CJ, Flowerman and Alex, aka Puns, is honestly the match I'm looking forward to the most. 100%. Puns is a fan favorite. Plays his Kanji X whoever teams. He brings Kanji to these big events and produces great results consistently. Playing what's often considered one of the weaker characters in the game, but because it's a game of synergy, right? And he is so skilled. He really makes Kanji shine, and he has so many other characters he can play him with as it demands. Because remember, Kanji is a grappler. Big body, a lot of life pool, great command grabs. Not the best mobility, but you can let the character get in with proper assists. And then he gets the beatdown going, and has some, Alex has some crazy setups to go along with it. So we'll see if he can, break through Flowerman's, characters, as well as their whole team structure. Because if I look at it, Flowerman plays teams that are definitely designed to give Kanji trouble.
Yeah. So normally Flowerman is coming out with 9 Hilda a lot of the time, at least the previous Open Series. I've been talking to them, though, and they were trying to learn some Yuzuria at some points. So, we might see that. But 9 Hilda, this team is specifically designed to make Kanji's life hell. It just destroys the screen with projectiles. It takes you all the way to the corner. You can get unblockable. Both characters can instant overhead and then combo after it with the other's assist. There's really not a bad option when one of them is on point or an assist, really. They complement each other so incredibly well. Yeah, and
Flowerman's driving force behind that with the player skill that they have. It can really make that shine, and has always been rocking Hilda for as long as I've seen them playing throughout all the various online tournaments. So it's definitely prepared, for this kind of matchup to bring to the table. But again, the unpredictability of what Alex has in his pocket with his Kanji, he can bring out the Yosuke to add the mobility that a team would need to also let Kanji get in, either through proper assist calls or say cross raid. But there's a lot there. I've even seen him play Akatsuki, and Akatsuki has a great assist toolkit with his fireball and then the B Tatsu, or actually the C Tatsu, that he'll just get in. And anytime the character's great, you're just gonna see it, and it's coming up right here. So Kanji Akatsuki, I am excited to see that, because we got, they're brawlers, they're punchy boys. They are trying to get in your face and make it happen. Kanji's gonna have a little bit harder time compared to Akatsuki, but once they do, the damage is in spades.
Well, Flowerman is going to be going with that Yuzuria that they've been learning, meaning This is going to be the first time I'm seeing it finally in action. I talked to them maybe 2 months ago about this Yuzuria. They really wanted to play this character, and we're gonna see how well it ends up working out for them. Their playstyle is, I personally think their playstyle already works with it, but the problem is you still have those poor defensive options, right? The second you get in the sandwich, it doesn't really matter how strong your zoning and how strong your your offensive pressure could be.
It doesn't matter who you are, who you is, Chesto's coming for you. Big damage, the cash out, not wanting to tech into the Persona anti-air grab. So just let the stuff to blue beat happen. Now back in the sandwich here. 1, 2, 3, unblockable. Ooh.
Yeah, luckily that Tatsu in the active switch hits high, and then the character you switched into can go low. But, okay, Yuzuria reversal action is going to make things happen. Same thing with the Akatsuki reversal action. Oh, the Tatsu, that's going to make a full combo available. They can cross combo here if they want to. Okay, unblockable
so
again.
Going for the unblockable setup again. If you're not push blocking before the last hit of the Tatsu from Akatsuki comes out, that's just going to spell doom for you, because you need to break up that unblockable. The way you're going to beat it out is with just that proper push block. At least get Kanji or Akatsuki away, either one. Yep. And you don't want to give up that free damage. So that's knowledge. That's the first knowledge check you have to get through against this team. We saw that unblockable work twice. And that's, again, nice strength of that team. And you see Alex so good at piloting it. The decisions of getting the reversal with Akatsuki there, knowing, or just really, it's not really knowing, it's just doing Tatsu. Honestly. It's a game where you just throw it out. It's such a big hitbox. It's so active. It moves forward. Anytime you think it's your turn, you know, Akatsuki's just storming through.
Yeah, I like to call Akatsuki a very specific thing. It's an enabler. He enables you to feel very what's the word I'm looking for? Heroic. Heroic. You will love to press some buttons.
Definitely is. Flower Man pressed some buttons on character select, switching over to a Batista. So it's going full screen. Good early damage here. It's going to set up the CC, try to keep Kanji in the corner, and the snipe from the top of the rope.
What a snipe. Shouts to Isoroku. Oh wow, the Akatsuki fireball. Yeah, it's one of the fastest fireballs in the game. Oh no! The cruel attack coming in.
Yep. Speaking from the top rope, Kanji coming in, nice, delayed air dash. It's gonna bring out the burst, overhead connects. So you always gotta be mindful against Hilda. You have to be ready to stand block as soon as possible as that orb comes from the sky. Oh, she gets dunked on. Full screen super, nice reaction there from Alex.
So Flower Man tried to reversal action right there, but it actually became not invincible because they had already called an assist. In this game, if you call an assist, your reversal action is no longer invincible to subvert certain incredibly strong strategies that used to exist.
And it's always good, like you saw Alex jumping over to the blind spot of it, so that was really good turnaround. Nice cross up in the corner, knowing there was a gap. Just gonna get the knockdown here. One more set, we can do it. There's a resonance available for Flower Man's gonna toss it out there, but still has to hold this.
Yeah, it's gotta be careful for that chair and that grab right now. Okay, good push block, trying to get the plus frames, but Alex is just gonna jump.
Snipe, there it is again, the beam. There's the fireball into CC. He's gonna have to hold this mix up here. What's it gonna be? Nice patience there from Flower Man. Ooh, almost had a combo off the A Tatsu.
Okay, yeah, able to make the way out. Kanji is still alive somehow despite that spin. Gonna have to deal with the sandwich setup. Oh, this is, yeah.
And unblockable, not just the sandwich. We got left, right, high, lows. No matter how you block it, it doesn't matter. That's BB tag, baby. I can't. Ending again with the unblockable. Just great presence of mind to set it up there. And just continue that knowledge check and see if Flower Man can get out of it.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to set up the unblockable when they're sandwiched, because then the opponent's like kind of worried about what could happen instead of the unblockable. Because you know it's a pincer, you're forced to go towards Kanji, and Akatsuki's moving you towards them, all that kind of thing. But okay, so we have switched back over to the 9. So Hilda 9, this is the team that Flower Man won Arc Revo Midwest with. This is kind of, there's a reason why Flower Man is held in high regard. Alex has been proven to be incredibly strong, obviously. So, you know, not to say that they're any sort of slouch.
No, not at all. You see how hard this man is working? Even though, the back end is doing a lot of it, Kanji's still a major presence. And it's weird to say that, right? Like, dang, Kanji's a threat, but here we have Alex, doing his thing and just making a statement with this character. Oh, try to get the auto combo. Oh, and the uppercut, that 4P working out, but we bait those reversals.
Yep. Got the punish on it, gonna be able to get full damage. Well, full damage for Hilda anyway. It's not amazing. Tried to get the instant overhead, but no dice. Maybe just a little bit too close. I'm not sure.
Ooh, good block on the overhead. Gets hit with the low. Watch your ankles. You don't just gotta worry about the highs when you're fighting Hilda. It's gonna, get some more good damage. If Flower Man can make it a possibility, could have tried to cash out there, but nice burst from Alex.
Ooh, I love the walk over just to make sure the side switch happens, so you get the full damage and full setup with 9. Yeah, that's one of the ways you get out, but unfortunately, it's not true for Akatsuki because he's in recovery from the reversal action there, so it actually gets him counter hit by the plan.
Okay, gonna super here. Try to get out, but the stop sign, which is from downtown, and now Kanji all by his lonesome versus the queens of the zone. And with the cross raid's gonna do it. Nice from Flower Man answering back. Not a clean sweep, putting one on the board against Alex.
Yeah, this is, again, one of the reasons why we personally think that this team is incredibly good versus Kanji. Akatsuki is another character that does very well against, specifically because he also has a little bit of trouble with zoning. Not as nearly as much as Kanji. He's more mobile. But, I mean, I will never tell you to not pick 9 if you ask me if you should play 9. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, no, for sure. It's like, is this character worth learning? It's like, yes, very yes. If 9 is on the character select screen, you should, your stick should automatically, magnetically go towards her. You have to work to not pick her. In any game that she's there, she's just a tour de force. She's pretty good. Has so much going for her, right? She's an enabler like Akatsuki. She does so much on the back end, but she does so much damage and has such good setups that it can really complement the proper team well. And you just see that shift in play and confidence out of Flower Man after he made the switch.
Yeah, well, it looked like Alex was sticking with Akatsuki there, so we're still gonna see Kanji Akatsuki. And I mean, sometimes you just be like, yeah, I kind of got steamrolled that match. Because, in BB Tag, you just get steamrolled. It doesn't matter what characters you're playing. It can happen.
Yeah, you expect it. That's just, that's the tail of the tape, the way it goes. But, you always bounce back. You don't pick Kanji and not expect to get dunked on every now and again, right? So.
Oh, no. You know what you signed up for. It's in the contract.
100%. He makes it count, though. Speaking of Kanji, here he comes. Nice dash forward from Flower Man. Gonna get the cruel attack into the extension. Okay,
that was beautiful. Was able to stay away from the lightning bolt by just making sure they delayed the combo in the air long enough.
Oh, just goes low, breaks the ankles.
Oh,
gets a beautiful 2B from Kanji. It's gonna be huge damage there, and with all this meter, oh my god, that jump C is so huge. Reset it to this. Just gonna take the damage. Yes, this should be 9 getting knocked out.
Yeah, I think 9's gone here.
Yeah, I mean, Marvin Pie just not wanting to tech into the air command grab and ends up dying because of it.
Yeah, it's you have to know how to tech versus that air command grab, otherwise you get kind of bodied. And I believe there are certain particular set. Oh, great bait on that.
Okay, you can't ask for a better starter than a full super. Scott still got a lot of bar there, so 5K. Good start, and the air, the meatball, maybe could have got a small extension there. Was happy to resonance. Should be enough to get rid of Kanji. Let's see.
So
really pain? Yeah. Yes, that does it. Down to Akatsuki versus Hilda.
You cannot move for 3 turns.
Parry, trying to, shades of squish with the cross under. Flower Man was ready, gonna cash out into super, try to run down this resonance. I respect that.
Ooh, Astral's possibly on deck for Alex. Nah, not gonna. Oh my god!
No!
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know if
you had to say it. You had to bring up the possibilities, my friend.
I knew that the Astral was a full wave. I just didn't know if it hit high in the air or not. So I was legitimately worried that actually might have connected from full screen. Because if she was on the ground, it would have connected. But I didn't know how the vertical height on it. So that could have been a quick turnaround there in about 2 seconds.
Flower Man was ready. Excuse me. Flower Man was 100% ready. That jump into it and just called out the Astral. Even if you didn't die, you lost all your bar in that situation. As Alex going for broke, trying to end it on a crazy note. But with that, forcing a final game.
Final game. I mean, these are two of the stronger players in America at this game, regardless of whether you watch Open Series or not, right? They're just strong players at all events. So I can't be terribly surprised that we're seeing a final game, regardless of what Flower Man played prior to this, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be what we expect and what we hope for. You know, first rounds, you sometimes expect the blow up, but players of this caliber doing their best for the final event. Bring out all the stops between these two. A nice early hit from Kanji. Good, cool attack to go over a lot of those normals. Gonna get to the corner here. Gonna get a meaty setup with the jump C. No, just going low that time.
Ooh, caught him. Yeah, probably trying to up back or something. Maybe trying to forward dash, because, I mean, you're a 9 player. You probably want to do that, right? Oh, side switch combo? Yeah, buddy!
Wow, Flower Man. All right. Doesn't set up the seed. Instead, I like that. Super with the assist. The chair coming through in the clutch. And now it's Kanji on the forefront, trying to let Akatsu get some life back. But here we go. Left, right, up, down, high, low. Where do you go?
Okay, well, didn't get punished on that.
Has opportunity here with the cool attack, forcing her to block. Just going for the mix. Hasn't tried a command grab yet.
Ooh, got caught at the top of the screen right there. The mob right roar. Okay, knocked down.
Damage here.
Oh,
nice,
sandwich
6.6K.
situation. This could be bad.
We're gonna see a burst out. Try to go. Yep, there it is. But the active switch to catch Akatsuki. What a great reaction from Flower Man. He's gonna get big damage here. Gonna set up with the fairy. Parry. Wow! Are you kidding me?
Parried everything.
Into Tatsu and got the kill on 9. What a god!
Okay, well, gonna have to parry through the super for now, but missed
the
one.
The last hit, Kanji powers up, and now he's gonna have to suffer through all of this.
Luckily for Alex, there's not a lot of bar left. Got the hit.
It catches the cool attack's gonna get the damage. He's gonna go into super. Yes, sir. Let's tie it up to life totals. And there's a command grab available. Is it gonna happen? We have a command grab that can end this. Is Flower Man gonna bait it out? No, just tech forward. I like that.
The meteor
cool
connects. Oh, doesn't get a full combo off it though. The chair is gonna get dodged. No punish on this. Trying to run under. Trying to stay away from Kanji. Caught the hit right there. Can she kill it? Got it.
Yes, it is. Flower Man 3-2, knocking Alex into the lower bracket with a great dash up, catching the low on there, and that was just beautiful spacing and awareness, not wanting to get caught up in Alex's game.
I can only imagine that Alex wanted to try and jump there, and it just was ineffectual because Flower Man wanted to go on the offensive immediately, and that ended up being the undoing. So congrats to Flower Man for moving on. However, Alex is still in the running. You mentioned there is a lower bracket. Alex come back to haunt someone around.
Oh, of course. The last place you want to be is in a lower bracket in that shark-infested waters, facing a player of Alex's caliber. But now Flower Man can rest easy just for a little bit. Take a load off, because that high-stress, high-velocity set is finally over. As now Flower Man has to await their next match, but just immaculate hill to play. After that crazy situation with the parries to get 9 in the corner, just keeping their composure, and Flower Man sees it through. Nothing but amazing play from them as they await the next match, which will be Tektol Eastside versus Yami no Katamari.
Yeah, Yami no Katamari, you may know as Zero Shadow Blood if you've watched any sort of West Coast event. They got second at the very last the Arc Revo West tournament. They got second to Yofave Scrub, but I mean, getting second in that bracket was basically all of the best of West Coast. showing up, and if that doesn't give a testament of how strong Yami no Katamari is, I feel like I'm not sure what else to say. Maybe his play will speak for itself.
We'll find out. I mean, they have the West Coast on their shoulders as the sole West Coast rep in this top 8, going up against the seasoned veteran in Tektol Fighters, the commonly known as Tektol Eastside. Has a fun team that he likes to play, mostly starring Ruby, right? But loves to have like the Labrys in the corner. You get to see that character sometimes come out, or with the Yumi. So Tektol is just amazingly solid. Has always done really well in Arxis Fighters. Plays what he likes and plays it well. Just a super, chill and fun guy. And the team synergy is always really there. Someone you definitely always have to watch out for, just because all that experience really amounts for a lot when you're fighting, against a player like Tektol.
Yeah, the funny thing about Tektol is when you talked about the experience, the number of anime games that I've seen this person play is a very large number of them. Tektol has been getting W's in a lot of different games for quite some time now, playing against some of the best, because they do live in Georgia. Some of the best in BB Tag has to offer, because they have Fame 96 over in Georgia and whatnot, and that's one of the best Susanoo players that this game has to offer, and BBCF has to offer as well. And so going up against a Susan player on top of that, I wonder if that level of experience translates not just to previous games played, but character matchup knowledge as well.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, again, Tektol is not afraid to scrap, very flexible player. So whatever Yami no Katamari brings to the table with the Susan Yumi. So, Susan, is a big body in the sense of he's huge. He's enormous. He's not really a grappler, but he doesn't have a command grab. He's one of those, it's like he will steamroll you as hard as any other character, but even more so. If momentum, if you look it up in the encyclopedia, you see Susan's name because of just what kind of pressure and the setups that can be created. And if you get hit once, Susan will crush your hopes and dreams just like that.
That is kind of this character's marquee, is the second he gets a proper hit, he lives to destroy.
Does a great job of it. Nice setup. Okay, the jumps out of the throw, but we do have the active switch buff available. Yumi has to get some life back, but there's some slight meter gain there. So even though Yami no Katamari used up a little bit of bar for that super, it's got a lot back already. Now just trying to be patient, but the low checks from Tektol caught him out.
Okay, gonna get the knockdown right there. Goes for air unblockable to stop Susan, but he just continues to jump. Not caring about what just happened right there. And I mean, that's a pretty important mark. You have to show the opponent that you can't be fearful, right?
Exactly.
Both characters?
Oh yeah, try to take the turn, try to call out Yumi and maybe play some of that neutral. Oh wait, Susanoo gets out. Still stuck in this corner here. There's a hard tag though to Yumi. And now we just got the mirror match. The Ice Queens coming up at each other. Ice Kunoichi. But Tektol is winning out this neutral fight with that run under hit. And now he's going to call that Ruby. He's going to go catch out for super immediately. Yeah, let's take out this opposing Yumi now. It's all down to Susan.
Yeah, Susan has so much trouble moving around by himself that taking out any support character that Susan's using is so important and detrimental to win in terms of fighting him. He's going to have a hard time moving forward unless Yami no Katamari is able to figure out exactly what Tektol wants to do.
That was really hard to see with that double jump with the final part of that CC, getting the hits with Yumi. And now we're going back to this corner here. There's no resonance. There's some push block available to see if he can get out. I like that check with the 5A, trying to just get, the Yumi assist gone. Try to put some pressure here. Oh, the hard tag worked out. Okay. And with this hit, this should be it. Yeah, it's got the standing combos. Gonna maximize damage, I imagine. Oh, there's the drop because too much hit's done.
Yeah, unfortunate right there for Tektol. I guess Yami no Katamari is probably praising the heavens right now to get a second chance. Got 4 bar. If he's able to hit maybe a counter hit 5B, be in the money, honestly.
Oh. Well, we're seeing the money with that jump C as Tektol taking that first game. Nice. That jump C is such a good button from Yumi. Never a bad idea to kind of throw it out, especially when your opponent is really trying to fish for a hit. Trying to find something there, but she has that slight delay before she just comes down with the spike. And that was just great placement of it. So Tektol getting a good read of how Yami no Katamari wanted to play, and took that first game, even though it took a little bit of time, did a good job of staying solid and just, not overextending.
Yeah, even though it did take a little bit of time, I never really felt like Tektol was out of control during that entire time. Like I felt like Tektol was definitely in control the whole time, and that Yami no Katamari was playing catch up, even when he had the two different characters going on that whole time, right? Still two characters, and it still felt like it was fighting from behind. Obviously, and that can happen. Sorry, we're just getting some mothership quotes there, just coming back in. Yeah, so we got our competitor back in there. But yeah, Yami no Katamari unfortunately does have to play the same support character with a character with less mobility and easier to hit in the neutral at all times because of how large and slow he can be until his run starts up.
Yeah, and even then, it's really tricky because you know whose run doesn't need that time to start up? Who's the second fastest character in the game? Ruby. And when she's ready to go in, there she is, coming right at your face with the normals as big as Susan is. So you really have to be cognizant of it. I know if Yami no Katamari can get a hit, it can be a lot. But what I'm seeing from Tektol, any hits that he's letting Yami no Katamari get, it's awkward hits that are difficult to convert from. So unless Katamari can really find a way to make money off of this, or maybe find a good assist hit instead, but a big grab will be a way to start it. Okay.
I mean, even a grab could do some major damage as a Susanoo. You're not normally seeing a ton of damage off grabs. Oh, that's an unblockable setup.
The God Press setup there. Basically, Susan's defining feature. Oh, a trade. And converting off the trade. Nice stuff there from Yami no Katamari. Pressing the bigger button there, so he got hit by the light and was able to get some extra damage. Oh, there's a gap there. There's always a gap there after Yumi's 5B. So he took a chance to throw out the reversal, and it worked.
Wow, was able to weather the storm of the cross combo. That's great for Yami no Katamari, but oh wow, took his burst. Trying to make this take as long as possible so he gets that Ruby assist back.
Oh, and then just a meaty 4P. Great answer there. It's going to accent, get a little bit more damage. It's going to use the EX to get it too. We're going to extend that combo with the Ruby assist. Right into super. We got double super on deck. Oh, he's blocking. Big block with the patience. Yeah. He was waiting for another super. Oh, what a risk. A big opportunity. Doesn't come like that every day.
Yeah, super unfortunate there for Yami. Tektol is going to be able to run away with that. Try and get as much damage. Okay, here's the setup, though. This is a reset. Ah, it's high.
It's a high on the right side. Tech forward right into the sandwich. Big grab, and that's going to be it. Oh, never mind. Manages to tech out into Susan with the burst.
I'm really surprised. Tektol had built the meter to kill off of that throw, but didn't activate. Maybe didn't notice it. Still killing the Susanoo, so that's important for them.
Right, the EX. That EX fireball is low and launches. You gotta be really careful. It's a great neutral tool when Yumi's by herself. She has really good ways of spending her bar.
How many anti-air lows in fighting games exist? Because that is an anti-air low.
That is an anti-air low. Yep, it's up there.
I mean, look at those crystals
thrown out there. I don't blame throwing it out. Converting, nice. Tektol up 2-0 now off of converting off the Yumi 6P, dashing forward with Ruby, who's definitely gonna get there in time. And now, Tektol with a really big lead on this.
Tektol, again, still looking in control. That time, Yami had a very good beginning, right? Was able to set some stuff up, but was unable to continue it.
Yeah, and that shows the confidence building, right? Getting kind of used to the match and understanding the player a bit. Certainly little things like that, the super that was blocked that didn't get punished were key defining factors of the match. But I like to see, I like how it's developing so far with the adaptations that Yami no Katamari is making. I know Tektol is also countering those on his own as we continue this this chess match of the minds and seeing what they do to really one up the other player. So now this is the last chance in the upper bracket right now for Yami no Katamari to stick it to his guns. Has to do like Flower Man and run it back 3-0 if they want to continue on in the upper bracket. But it's going to be tough against Tektol.
anytime I see Susan damage, I always believe that a 3-0 comeback is real.
You're reminded every time. I mean, look at this. If there's a character that looks like they're gonna 3-0 you, that's Susan.
Yeah, most definitely. He stands in a way that looks like he's 3-0ing somebody. But already a connection on the low right here. So obviously not a ton of damage. You know, Susanoo has a lot of health. But really, it's the setups afterwards that end up being really difficult to deal with. Got it, opened up low, kept it for safe. Tried to keep it for safe the whole way, but unfortunately dropped it.
Touchport block, gonna keep you in box stun. Force 2-meter out from Tektol with that. And gets a hit here with the Yumi. He's gonna get some damage here in the corner. He's gonna be able to get a nice setup using the assist call we're gonna have. No, just doesn't call it assist. Oh, the air dash B into the jump C, but Tektol with the run-up grab. Meaty grab is really strong. If you're not gonna tech out on reaction, you're gonna pay the price, but... Oh, conversion? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thanks to the gun that Susanoo has, you know, he's able to shoot from full screen. Oh, this is a punish. Now, he does have burst available, obviously, and uses it.
There was an assist available for Yami to also punish that burst, didn't opt to.
Well, so it looked like Yami tried to use the Yumi anti-air to be able to beat the burst right there, so was probably not expecting it to lose, and was just like, yeah, I'm confident that I don't need to call the assist.
But we'll see. That's another one of those momentum shifters for that match as we're coming down in time. Another long one. Oh,
no way!
Wow. Just the back boost off of Ruby's side to avoid the burst and get a punish. That was immaculate from Tektol.
Oh, and now Yami's Yumi is about to go down, and Susanoo, the final avenue for his possible comeback. But taking it seems so difficult right now.
Yeah, he would need at least, you know, one clean hit against either character can turn the tide in the favor, but the run up for A is going to run out the rest of this resonance, and with a little bit of meter, is it going to be enough? The pixel life left on Susan is going to do the trick, and now he cannot get hit once. Here's the sandwich.
Oh no.
Up, down, high, low, left, right.
Oh!
VP! You can't mix me up! Got the hit, but didn't believe, no! Hit the 4A with Susan, and Tektol just pressing reversal there was like, I don't care that I'm getting hit. If you screw this up, you're going down with me.
I mean, Tektol had 2 games to play with, right? Like, if you think about it, one misstep was gonna be okay.
Oh. And that was definitely not the misstep. That was the right idea at that point. Why wouldn't you be pressing reversal when you're getting hit in that situation? Because any, like, cheeky setup or hit afterwards, even though it was pretty much a guaranteed kill for Susan, Tektol was ready. That's what you like to see.
Yeah, just barely stayed alive right there, as you can see. And then in the sandwich, it looks pretty bad here for a moment, but he's able to reversal action out there, and that puts both of his characters in dangerous life states, right? Gets the hit, and if that reversal action did not connect, that character was done so.
For sure. And that does it for Yami's upper bracket hopes as Tektol continues on and will be facing Flower Man in the next round of winners. And you also see a little bit of losers that's been happening on the background as Razzo taking it 3-0 over Blue, eliminating Blue out of the tournament, and Razzo trying to make a statement and run this back from the loser side.
Well, that took a lot out of me. We're going to need to take a quick break so we can take some breaths, get some water. You guys stick around, though, because after this, I believe we're going to have a little bit more winners side action. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Really struggling with the solo bottom job. Oh no! Oh my God! It's over! You got a chance, DC. PlayStation.
The EU November monthly finals for BB Tag came back once again to give us one of the most consistent events the community has to offer. Starting from our first semifinals, Cax defeats Mr. Rona's of Shie Hilda, but despite the switch to 9 Seth, Cax still finishes the job without being touched. Moving on to our second semifinals, which saw King Rasta versus Jaju Kakuja J, who unfortunately, but graciously, had to forfeit due to the connectivity issues, which paved the way for His Highness to be able to move on to Winners Finals.
That is totally respectable.
For the Winners Finals, Cax and King Rasta went toe-to-toe in a very close match that's become staple here in the Open Series. Both players fought desperately to secure the grand final seat, but in the end, it was Cax who was able to take the win with some killer moves on his own part. With the losers finals being between Retro Monkey Sage and King Rasta, the players experienced more technical issues.
This is gonna be a pink test.
Retro Monkey Sage was disqualified by coin flip.
It's too meta.
Really?
Apparently, Retro Monkey Sage wanted Tails because his name is Monkey.
Giving King Rasta a spot in the grand finals to face Cax 444. Grand finals between Cax and King Rasta kept us on the edge of our seat, with King Rasta pulling off a reverse sweep to reset the bracket.
Oh, that was so smart!
The second set was no less exciting as it came down to a final game, with King Rasta securing the win and the Grand Champion title for the EU Open Series Monthly Finals for the third time in a row. Not to be shown up, the North American Monthly Finals were equally as exciting, so let's jump ahead to the semifinals. Alex8721 took on one of our previous Open Series champions, Tempest NY. Despite two very close games, Tempest NY secured the victory 3-1, advancing to Winners Finals. In the second semifinals, Chop Suey 341, making their Open Series debut, also faced another previous Open Series champion, Razzo Sharp. Chop Suey gave initial pressure taking early games, but Razzo Sharp summoned the strength of a champion to come back and take the set.
Oh, no.
The Winners Finals saw the two previous champions, Tempest NY and Razzo Sharp, pitted against each other. Despite some of the clutch moments on both sides, Tempest NY showed no fear and swept 3-0 to advance onto the Grand Finals. In the Losers Finals, Razzo faced off against Alex in some intense matches. Razzo came out strong, but in the third game, Alex showed some retaliation by switching to Yosuke Labris. Razzo, however, was able to emerge victorious in Game 4 and moved on to the Grand Finals. The Grand Finalists Razzo Sharp and Tempest NY both fought hard to be the first repeat champion for the NA side. It was Tempest NY, however, who was triumphant, pulling off a 3-0 sweep and adding another BB Tag Open Series trophy to his mantle.
PlayStation.
And we are back here at the PS4 Tournaments Open Series for BB Tag NA. This, again, is the final event for the year of 2020. This is your last chance to grab bragging rights, and we have some more people attempting to do so, because up next, we're going to see Master CJ versus Carter S. Garfield.
Yeah, really fun matches from both players. You know, Carter S. Garfield, a little bit of a dark horse coming into this. A player that wasn't really well aware of, but their first time in the PlayStation Open Series monthly finals. And doing a good job of it, already making it this far. You know, winner of these next two matches will make it into the top 4 and get, you know, guaranteed into the prize pool. You know, starting at $400 for first place, so big opportunity for Mr. Garfield to get a nice chunk of change to bring in the new year, yeah?
Most definitely, and if you make it up to this this upper bracket finals for winning this next match right here, you get a guaranteed setup in that money, right? Like you at the very least get the lowest possible outcome by just making it to upper bracket finals. So the Seth mirror coming up. Okay.
We've been seeing a lot of Seth this whole today with the European finals and so far with the North American finals. Just a very great character. And I like to see a lot of people's different takes on it because, you know, there's a lot of flexibility with a character like this that's doing a lot of damage on both sides, right? So it's been really fun to see.
His character was a lot more talked about when 2.0 first dropped because of how strong he obviously was before the patch, and then he got buffed. It was pretty wild, right? Like Kubo was able to take Evo Japan and stuff like that. People were pretty clear on the knowledge of how strong this character is. But you know, we haven't gotten to see him a whole lot due to only online events, and now we're seeing him a lot more.
Yeah, it's making it count. You know, so Master CJ going into this, having defeated Razzo, who's the top seed. So now Master CJ by proxy is now the highest ranked player in the upper bracket side. Wow, okay.
So the homing backdash cancel actually does have invincibility on it. Used it, you have to spend a bar, but it's completely worth it.
That was huge. Now, Garfield, Seth, gone. Tried to active switch out, but caught Seth is still in there. And this is big for Master CJ starting out round 1. Oh my god, yeah, what side? That just like crossed up, came up to the left side. Doesn't matter how it goes. It's gonna extend this here. Has a little bit of meter to go for the super, the heart punch. Only one hit, not a lot, but the damage is done. As all Master CJ needs is just that.
Yeah, didn't get the clean hit, but at that point was so far ahead in everything from resources, life, to just offensive pressure that Master CJ really didn't have much worry that super wasn't going to kill, right? Like, they're just like, okay, you'll get knocked down. I can do whatever I want at this point. I'm playing hard Seth. I'm going to run the offensive game as hard as possible. You better have some crazy defensive options here.
You hope so. It's just so much smothering there. And just Master CJ, smells blood in the water. He's got a taste and seeing, what Garfield brought in his match against Blue. So, he has like a little bit of data going into it, and that's a big confidence boost. Getting a big win game 1, and just getting that first hit right here after the homing dash.
There it is again!
Side, beating the burst 2. Here we go. Master CJ not skipping a beat.
Ooh, but able to block the super right there after the homing dash. Yeah, she can block. She doesn't have to just take that just because she's homing dashing. This is not exactly a super popular character, right, Hart? So I would not be surprised if maybe Garfield was just unaware of how this character's homing dash works.
Yeah, it's one of those things. You have to be mindful of it, and if you ever played Arcana Heart, then you might not be ready whatsoever. But
homing dash actually has nerfed properties in BB Tag compared to Arcade Heart. I can tell you that right now. You see those forward homing dashes she's doing on the ground? If she did those in Arcana Heart, they would have armor.
So you can imagine how strong the homing dashes are, and these are a weaker version of it, right? That's just scary when you come and think about it. And scary is Master CJ, who's already up 2 games to none in this set. We're busy talking about Arcana Heart, but here's Heart just mixing and schmixing and putting Carter-esque Garfield in the blender, and he's just not found a way to turn it off.
Yeah, it's definitely looking incredibly difficult. The Seth hasn't even really gotten to play for Master CJ. It's just been the Heart show, right? Like, it's just Heart running around, running a buck. Seth is there for the assist, He'll set up an orb. He'll do a lun. He'll do that kick, that's just kind of his option. That's just what he's there for. Heart is just running the game.
Oh, running the show. Already at the start. That's a nice block here. The jump C tags Seth. Speaking of Seth, here comes Carter setting something up here. Cameron already lost a lot of life though from using his specials. Trying to recover and now just getting hit. Nice reversal action into the EX lunge. Good blocks for Master CJ though, and then getting the hit, getting both characters. Super into the setup off the small knockdown. Carmine can't keep getting hit like this. This is looking a little worrisome for him. Almost a full conversion into a full combo. One more hit against Carmine's going to do it. Can't even call the assist. You know what's going to happen? Seth is going to die. Carmine's going to come in with like a little bit of life, and that's going to be like the end game. Death scenario. Has to make one right guess here. That's going to be super hard.
Well, to be fair, Carmine does have the ability to heal himself, not with just resonance either. So he could actually make something happening by getting that health back here, especially if that kind of thing hits. Gonna get the knockdown. Oh, big drop though. Got the hit.
Jump in though. It's a grab. Has a lot of bar, a lot of damage on the table. Will he just cash out here before Resonance over? Yes.
Wow. 0.5 seconds on the clock too. The perfect timing and got the kill.
Didn't get a lot of life back, so can't risk getting hit here. If he gets an auto combo, there's a possibility, but it's a little scary. Whoa!
My heart.
Your heart, Master CJ's heart, literally. What a beautiful, just that dead zone. Stayed right outside of the reversal from Carmine and got the big punish. Garfield laid it out on the line. felt like that was the right move, and it barely whiffed out. Good stuff from Master CJ, recognizing the situation and just being in the right space at the right time.
Didn't kill that heart right there, which was okay because he was able to get the throw right here on, Seth, which definitely means death when you're solo Carbine, because for whatever reason he can do almost 10k off of the throw.
Almost, right? Almost off of a grab, an unblockable, quote unquote. Just great. Master CJ looking from his first win against Razzo, right? And how well he approached that match. And now you're seeing this momentum, this confidence, that victory carry over to that set against Carter S. Garfield. So now Master CJ in contention here in the upper bracket finals at the PlayStation Open Series. Already going to make a chunk of change, guaranteed at least $200, no matter how it plays out, right? So that's a great start. And, with Razzo being in losers, if Razzo manages to make his way back up here, he'll have a 2-set advantage if he can win, the upper bracket set. And his opponents, it's going to be a pretty fierce one, as we're about to see the match between Flowerman and Tektol coming right up.
I just got to say, though, I know we're talking about Flowerman and Tektol here in a second, but I have to say, Master CJ in that winners finals, so well deserved from what we've been watching. Just incredibly well deserved. So I just have to note that. Flowerman versus Tektol. We had talked earlier about how hard the Alex versus Flowerman match was going to be to call, because those are two of the best players in America. Again, running into another one of the best players in America in Tektol. Tektol, we used to see that Labrys come out, and it was a little bit harder for him at the, those days. But playing that Yumi has seen quite a bit of success here in the Open Series. Now, Flowerman, I wonder if they will decide which team they'll decide to go to, because we saw versus Alex, there was 3 different teams. Oh, okay. So it's Hilda 9.
It is Hilda 9. So starting out the gate, not playing any games. You're fighting Ruby Yumi. Do you really bring in like the sub team against a squad this powerful, being piloted by Tektol fighters? I don't know, but Flowerman definitely does, and is not taking the chance here. These lovely ladies of the fighting game, of anime fighting games, coming up against, a ninja and Red Riding Hood.
2 other lovely ladies, obviously I'm not a big fan of Ruby, but everybody knows that, so I don't have to beat around the bush.
No, what's gonna happen? Ruby fans gonna come for your neck? Nah, you're good. All right, so Flowerman trying to dictate the control of the pace. Wanting to get the spell meter, not small meter. I mean, wants to get that spell meter with 9 a little bit full, so they can get an opportunity to maybe set up something with Hilda. Tektol's just going to want to get in, and has a lot of opportunities too, because Ruby, again, very highly mobile, very good at controlling the air, and clean hit here for Tektol.
Yeah, not just the mobility, but those incredibly large hitboxes, thanks to how big that scythe is, able to hit both in front and behind her to negate any really, really bad situations. However, Flowerman playing around that, able to get the hit on this one. Doesn't have any bars, so we're just going to see a regular old knockdown.
Oh, didn't get the sweep. Was maybe going to try to set up the seed and try to set up a hard to blockable, but luckily the setup didn't work. Tektol gets to scrap again in neutral here with his Yumi, letting Ruby heal up here. So now we're just kind of flying around the screen, trading places, and drops the rock, gets it. The corner pressure, drops the rock again. Yep.
Oh, and now Yumi is sandwiched right here. Okay, beautiful movement there by Tektol to be able to get out. However, Flowerman, regardless of Tektol's movement and being able to get out of precarious situations, has still found a way to put him back into a bad position. But both characters are going to get hit by this.
Bad doesn't matter when you wake up super, catching the Hilda, and now Ruby with a fresh lot on light. Oh, but the whiff on the saw blade, and then the anti-air to bait the burst. Flowerman with full resonance ready to go. And see the first resonance pop from Tektol. Throws out the seed because Tektol threw away his turn, right? With the resonance. Flowerman saw the opportunity, tossed the seed, let it rock, and just created that nice situation. Flowerman with game 1 on the back of a very smart decision, not using his resonance at that time and giving up his own turn.
I mean, it's in Flower Man's nature to throw a seed, to plant the garden, and get some flowers growing, obviously. We know this. But what was super cool about that also was the fact that Flower Man specifically went low while seed was happening. Because you think, oh, I need to block the seed low and Hilda high so that the unblockable doesn't happen, right? By like kind of switch blocking as quickly as possible in case they don't hit on the same timing. So Flower Man goes low instead of doing the instant overhead, and Tektol stood up to try and block the overhead.
The double low, get your ankles broke, and that's the garden that Flower Man has raised. These plants here just gonna grab you by the ankles, bring you down, and Tektol putting up a good fight there, especially with that wake up super working out. But you know, how many opportunities are you gonna get like that to wake up reversal super to catch those characters? It's a gamble. It works out because Tektol finds those spots and can make it happen. But you know, once you get a momentum shift like that, if you don't take full advantage of it, you gotta wonder how often will that happen again.
Well, I mean, we're going to see whether or not it's even possible a second time. Game number 2 coming in, an already big lockdown from Hilda, but finally able to make the way out. Was looking for the burst, but no dice.
Oh, jumped, blocked, and then decided to jump back against the reversal action. Maybe just didn't react to it in time. So Ruby gets swapped out as Yumi's going to play this game, and didn't get a conversion off the 6P from Ruby. It's a quick fireball, but it can be tricky to convert from.
Yeah, you really got to be ready for that. Oh, and you really got to be ready for the possible instant overhead from either of these characters from basically full screen.
And just avoids the burst. Nice. Oh, there's a punish. You know, Tektol got a little lucky with that spot there. Flower Man dropped the combo. Now gonna get some damage here. Gonna set up. Yeah, that Yumi 5P. If you do not push block Yumi 5P, you are not playing BB Tag. That is a button that you do not block willingly, and you do not just take because there's so much that can occur from it. So great awareness there from Flower Man.
Yeah, it's an incredible assist all around. Even if you do push block it, it can still force you into bad situations for push blocking it. Unfortunately, there's just no end-all be-all answer.
Oh man, we're scrapping. Tektol catches the Hilda. Has a lot of meter here. What's it gonna be? Okay, no, opposite double blast. Gonna set up the high-low mix-up. Gets the grab. It's gonna cash out super. Yeah, there we go.
Characters. Oh yeah, so cashing out the super right there was specifically to hit both characters because it's not like Flower Man was gonna be able to burst immediately, right? Due to the fact that 9 was out, but didn't hit both characters. Still got the kill regardless of that back though. Oh, it's gonna get the kill on 9.
Yeah, just even without using the X bar, just gets the knockdown, and good stuff from Tektol, bringing that back despite a great start from Flower Man. But it looks like that one small drop with the 9 combo, letting Tektol get the hit and start his momentum, really turned that match. So you kind of see just how quickly the pace of the match can shift like that with either one mistake or just one hard read from either player.
So that is putting us at 1 apiece right now, I do believe, unless I forgot the set. Yeah, 1-1. So it's this may be another one that goes down to the wire. I wonder. There won't be a reverse 3-0 sweep because they both got 1, but I definitely expect this to go very, very close.
Oh no, and that's what you hope for. Again, this is the match to get to the upper bracket finals. There's a lot on the line here, and both no strangers to making it far in events. I know Tektol has definitely, gotten some really solid placements, and at least second place in October for the finals of the PlayStation Open Series. So definitely love to take first place.
Oh, nice. Flower Man adjusted the combo for the long range right there, and the normal combo wouldn't have worked out, and so went for the jump B. Mm-hmm. Get the plus right.
So trade there and gets the jump in. Nice call out. Hilda can throw stuff willy-nilly sometimes, but if you are ready for it, you make that right read to get the jump, you can get the hit. As she's recovering, there's a super.
Oh,
dance forward. Yeah.
Oh, dropping the combo though. That's beautiful
again. Okay, get the knockdown here. What's gonna be the back dash to maybe catch the forward dash? CC time. Where are we going?
Oh, Yumi. Such a smart defensive option there from Flower Man. Not only waited to be able to do the push block, but then as soon as there was the option to get out, immediately forward dash, got the cross combo, full conversion, tried to get a good knockdown, but unfortunately it just wasn't in the cards.
Oh, the big super, the projectile super. You don't really see too often from Yumi trying to snipe. Hilda or Nine, she was still in the back, but the orbital cannon comes through. Hilda just taking the pace, catches the low. Here we go. Nice burst. I say that, but never mind.
Yeah, nice burst. Better active switch right there. Set that up specifically so that Nine was far enough away from the burst that nothing bad could happen. Gets the overhead to finish Ruby off, and now it's going to be Yubi by herself. She's going to get caught, however. No bar, but it's not going to matter.
Yeah, with those two big hits to start that off, what a call out. Just a big punch, and then just Hilda sniping with the swords there. That pressure from any range. The amount of crap and things that they can put on the screen, this team just makes it so you think you can just even move a micromillimeter, even just press forward once, and that just can't happen. And you still have to worry about active switches left to right with all that too.
They have some of the best screen control as a team in the game. I feel like only other team I'm probably looking at to have better screen control than them is maybe Adachi Yumi. Like, if that's even better screen control, I'm not 100% sure.
So 2-1 is the set so far, as Flowerman has the advantage here. One more win will knock Tektol into the lower bracket, as well as situate Flowerman in the upper bracket finals.
An unfortunate start here for Flowerman, but instant overhead's gonna change that tide real quick.
Like, not only we can zone, we can mix you up easy peasy. Just like that. Set up the unblockable, put in the seed out, go for the high-low, run that back, force the burst out, but then just tech dash forward with 9. I love this mix-up so much. I'm gonna do it again, and you think you're invulnerable? Double dash. Double dash with all that vulnerability 9 has. The seed beats out the super. Sorry, Tektol Fighter Z. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter here. You're just gonna have to stay in my garden. It's so
Yeah, it's really difficult for some characters. Some characters actually just can't get out of it at all. You want to forward tech if you think they're gonna go for the unblockable, but if not, then well, I mean, there's a chance that they can obviously cover the forward tech as well.
Yeah, and Flowerman's doing a good job of covering all the bases. Has the big life lead here. Just one more clean hit. Any good hit or throw against Ruby is going to end that. Fires to 2B though. Tektol getting something going.
Okay, here's the knockdown. Got a lot of work with though. Oh, there's the throw, and that should do it. Flowerman's going to be moving on with the wake-up throw. Unfortunately, was unable to properly time the meaty on Flowerman's wake-up, so Tektol's going to go down to the lower bracket.
Yeah, you saw, like, there was a small hit there, and then Tektol's like, maybe I wait. Maybe it's going to be a reversal. Maybe something will come out. But then Flowerman just bet it all on grab, and it worked. And now we have our upper bracket final set after all that. But what a great match. Tektol brought it back in game 2 to try to turn the tide, but then Flowerman turned it up to 11, showing the full potential of the team and doing so well with it that really Tektol was just on the back foot all the way through.
Yeah, it definitely seemed very, very difficult, especially in that last game, for sure. I mean, he was able to get that one hit there off the great anti-air, but unfortunately, not the greatest of setups offensively, because Flowerman seemed to be ready for whatever it might be, and that is going to put Master CJ versus Flowerman in your upper bracket finals for, again, the last NA monthly for BB Tag this year.
Yeah, and I mean, we're almost down to our final 4 players. I'm really excited to see how Master CJ and Flowerman's going to play out, because they both had amazing runs so far. They've, especially Master CJ's 2 matches he's played, near immaculate. All the momentum going on his side, just great decision making and just reading the opponent super well. Flowerman, had a little bit of a struggle against Alex, but came out on top and then just ran right through Tektol east side, and now we're going to see them face each other in just a little while. So we're going to take one more small break, before we move on to the upper bracket finals. So do not go anywhere, as the PlayStation Open Series December monthly finals for BB Tag will continue on in just a little bit.
Tektol really struggling with the solo his job. Oh no! Oh my god, it's over! He's got a chance, DC!
PlayStation.
All right, welcome back, everyone. More PlayStation Open Series December monthly finals for BB Tag coming your way. You know us, you love us, myself and Bonic, aka Mustache Comb, coming in to talk about this upper bracket finals match that's coming our way. What can you tell us, Isaiah, of what we're going to see?
So this is going to be a completely new upper bracket finals for any of these NA Open Series for BB Tag. In fact, I don't think either of these players individually have made upper bracket finals in the Open Series current broadcasting lifespan. So we're going to be seeing something completely different, not only in this upper bracket finals, but we're also going to be seeing a grand finals that could be completely different as well.
Potentially, yeah. And like we saw earlier in the bracket, the only previous winner who still remains is Razzo. So, you know, both of these players, Master CJ and Flowerman, would love to be the ones to end 2020 with that big win, right? I would love to see either one. They're both great players, you know, one representing the Midwest, one from the East Coast. And, you know, there's a lot to go on about both these players. I know, you know, Flowerman plays a good amount of games themselves, but, you know, a bit on the younger side. Really, I wouldn't say super new to the fighting game community, but definitely has been making waves in the games that they play. So I'm really happy to see them come onto their own. And a big win like this is just kind of cementing the beginning of their legacy, right? Mm-hmm. But then, you know, Master CJ, on the other hand, just, you know, a veteran, good player overall, have been playing really good here and just not afraid of the cheap stuff. And that's what I love about him. Both these players are like that. But Master CJ definitely finds a certain kind of cheapness and makes it his own. I love that.
Hey, look, Flowerman plays Fairy and BlazBlue. I already know they like the cheap stuff. That's not even... we already know. But yeah, no, I mean, Master CJ seems to be about Rushdown incarnate, if that makes any sense. Because, you know, the other character that Master CJ is kind of with in this game is far more Rushdown than the previous iterations of the character, which is Rachel, right? You see it with Heart. You see it with the Seth. I just feel like the rush down it's very methodical though, because you see him weaving in and out rather than just like holding forward and never letting go.
I mean, that's always a possibility, right? But you have a character like Hart that is designed to just do all that in the air, and it's to goad you into thinking that you can press, you can take a chance there. And with all the experience that he has from playing, Hart since she came out, right? Master CJ is really good at knowing when opponents are going to try to go for that. Here we go, game 1, upper bracket finals. Both players already getting a part of that prize pool, but this is going to solidify who gets to grand finals.
Well, right here we're seeing, okay, there it is. So, Master CJ already showed the first option possible to be able to get out of the unblockable. Immediately teching forward, and then using the reversal action to hit 9 out of the air. That's layer 1, though. Flower Man can cover that as well if he's ready for it.
Yeah, so we'll see as it develops. I like the first time that the seed comes out, really, that Master CJ called it out and wants to say, hey, Flower Man, you got to go to that extra layer if you really want to break me open, right?
Yeah, I mean, extra layers is gonna keep coming, because right now Flower Man has continuously just kept this offense going, regardless of anytime a combo gets dropped or anytime Master CJ finds a way out of something. Flower Man gets back into the offensive pressure.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a great team to be offensive from this distance, right? Oh, what a setup with the dive into just the assist there and the cross at the last second. Beautiful from Flower Man, getting that big hit. Now all down to solo Seth. As we have that cross combo, it's gonna land in between the sandwich. Flop right in, still have to guess. The orb comes out.
Yeah, with certain hits, Seth can have incredibly high damage, but the problem is he has to get very specific hits, and then he also has to find his way around Hilda, which proves to be just a big issue right there. Flower Man with the first game, and that was control. We saw earlier versus Tektol specifically the ability to put the opponent back into a bad situation after either a combo drop or after they escaped the first bad situation. Mm-hmm. Flower Man carried that over to this game, right? Was able to do that versus Master CJ fairly well, and was also able to keep it so that Hart, for once, is just unable to move.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to stop someone's unrelenting pressure. If they can't put their foot on the gas, if they can't move their car any inch forward, it's like Flower Man came through, took off the wheels, and put them to cinder blocks from the way Master CJ's been able to move and get going. So let's see if Master CJ can make an adjustment and free up his Heart, let her from out of the cage and to roam as free as she needs to, but looking grim to start out here.
Okay, so Fairy comes out, unable to get the seed, not enough spell gauge, I think was the problem there.
You did say Flower Man likes to play Fairy, so hey. You weren't kidding.
Oh man, I cannot believe that actually came back. I wasn't ready for that. I really wasn't. Oh, overhead.
And Master CJ wasn't ready for that one, as he's getting blessed by the highs, the lows, the left, the rights, the stop sign. Here comes another sandwich. Is it a Reuben?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a BLT, because that boy is gone.
All right, down to solo Hart this time. Has the mobility, has opportunity, but wasn't expecting 9 to go for the side swap. So Hart kind of hovered there, right? She hovered there with the homing dash, and then the dash through just made it seem awkward. Like Hart just kind of dangled in midair as Flower Man got that hit, and it's already up 2-0 in this upper final set. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, so just to start, these two characters are already really strong at negating the strengths that Master CJ's team specifically has, right? And the playstyle. But on top of that, Flower Man, obviously a master of their craft, and these two characters has just excellent, it's like spatial knowledge, right? Recognizing where a character might go and how to cut off that avenue of approach, and has done that successfully an incredible number of times, and then able to convert off pretty much any of these hits as well on top of that.
Yeah, I think a good word you're looking for is like foresight.
Yeah,
if you think about it, just, or just maybe Flower Man can see forward in time, has the ability to know where all the opponents are going to go at all times, and that'd be kind of cheap. But, you have to tell me I'm lying because of how well they've been playing. At least Master CJ finally getting some clean hits here. Nice burst out. And then
is seeing forward in time count as breaking the rules? Is that against the rule book?
Well, I mean, it's not breaking the rules if no one can find out you do it.
I guess. You gotta prove it. Phoenix Wright style.
Okay. There she goes, trying to fly through, but she catches those hands. The big magic hands. Here comes Seth. This is the best that looks like Master CJ's done so far, but he's still behind as he goes through this. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What's up, JA? Let me get the whiff. Okay. Knockdown here. What's the setup?
Push block is a setup. 9 gets tagged. Nice dive in. Gonna get the punish here with the Seth assist.
Oh, sandwich setup? Oh,
no, just reversal around. Wow. With the laser beam, the heart beam coming in really well. Catching a quick snipe. Now
oh, there it
is with the
EX.
Yep, gonna use the assist to cack on extra credit. There comes the burst though. Hilda continues to remain in the game, and what opportunity? Here's the low. That's a good opportunity.
Not gonna continue to remain in the game anymore. Tried to go for the unblockable command throw. Unfortunately, not going to connect right there. There's the meteors to deal with that, so you can also activate resonance. That's another really strong point for Hilda. But okay, got the low. There's the overhead. Going to be able to block.
Blocks it up. Gets Tart out of there. And now we're just kind of waiting and seeing. His rampage time is imminent. The resonance kind of stopped time here. So now, after this...
Overhead.
Oh, wait a minute. And the block. What a call out just to block there. And now Master CJ forced to burst out. The uppercut, the reversal, it worked out. And a big whiff grab, getting the life back from the resonance. EX dash misses. It's coming down to the next hit, can do it for either player.
Just barely navigating around these Seth orbs, able to block regardless of cross-up or not, has been able to run in through. Okay, the throw attack, caught him full screen, has a little bit of bar, gonna be able to get the full conversion. Is it enough? It is!
Wow!
Flower Man with the comeback, almost no health on that Hilda, kept composed, sat down. This is my house.
This is my garden. You are here now. I'm gonna plant the seeds of my victory and taking the set 3-0, making a statement over Master CJ, who played so well in his previous matches to get to this point, right? But Flower Man just cast that all aside, and even when hope was looking well for Master CJ, he kept it. Flower Man kept their composure and just got a big win there, and now is sitting pretty on the upper bracket side of Grand Finals here to take it all home. Good stuff. Midwest best. Doing it to it.
Look at this replay too. You saw all of those orbs sets. He either was able to block them beautifully or he was able to negate them, then found the exact perfect moment to hit that full screen projectile to get the combo, thanks to the fact that he had that one extra bar from the rampage time. And it was just beautifully played defensively. And a lot of defensive play goes into, when do I get to press the button? When is it okay to press the button? Because, yeah, sure, it counts as an offensive action, but it's a defensive decision to press a button while somebody's offensively on you. And so that's why I say Flowerman's defense was just immaculate there.
No, for sure. Just as every position that Flowerman put themselves in as they were just dancing around, avoiding pretty much any bad situation. Anything with the orbs or letting Seth even get a chance to EX launch. It's just nothing was given up for free, and Master CJ would really have to have earned it there. Couldn't quite move it through. We'll still have a second chance in the losers lower bracket finals there coming up, as we see on that back end. So the lower bracket semifinals looking like it's going to be Razzo, who won 3-2 over Tektol, eliminating Tektol out of the tournament. And on the opposite end is Alex, aka Puns, eliminating Carter as Garfield. So Razzo versus Alex, lower bracket semifinals.
Yeah, that's definitely that is a tough crowd to have to fight. An Alex versus Tektol match, like coming up right there. That's That's a match I would expect to see maybe in an upper bracket finals in the Open Series sometimes, you know. But it's going to be Alex versus Razzo Sharp, another match I would expect to see in an upper bracket finals. But we are not in finals. We're in semifinals here.
It's got finals in the name, okay? It's a.
Does that count?
it's finals for somebody because someone is going home, and this is the finale for one of these players. I mean, at the end of the day, they get 4th place. They will take home $100. But now we are in money match territory. We are in the position where every victory from here on out gets you up that ladder little by little, where you get some more dollars in your pocket. You know, everyone wants to get that 1st place, but there's something for those who have reached, you know, the pedestal at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody is, of course, looking for the money, right? Like, that's a big help, always, every time. But being able to say how well you did on the final events of the year, that's some good feels right there. Just like, yeah, I won, you know.
Yeah,
you know, like
you got it. That's right. So what do we expect to see from this match? So Razzo, who went to lower bracket early, right after their first match, has been fighting their way tooth and nail to get to this point. And now with Alex, who lost like a nail biter against Flower Man. And Flower Man went on a tear, right? So Alex enabled Flower Man to go ham at this point. So I'm sure Alex wants the run back. But Razzo, with like that chip, you know, if you can imagine what's in his mind, it's hard to say, but he's kept it solid. And look at how far he's gone in this side. Bringing out the Yang Carmine for this match as we're coming up against Alex. So we're going to have a slugfest. So this is going to be violence.
Oh yeah, this is definitely violence, the matchup. Absolutely. These characters are just pressing forward a lot of the time. Kanji is the most defensive of all of these characters. You will see Kanji
right?
Yeah, right?
Okay, avoids it out. Sends out the Akatsuki assist, gets the in-air grab and the switch out. Beautiful. Kanji gets knocked out, but it works out for Akatsuki. He's not trying to find opportunity here. Oh, trying to run past, but the 4P from Yang, put that through. The slight delay, looks like a small drop, so a little bit of meter used up for that, but it worked out okay for Razzo.
Yeah, he actually, Razzo went to one of the classic setups for cross combo. When you active switch to another character, that character becomes, the character that you used to be becomes intangible, so you actually get to pass through bodies, right? So he did run and then use the running momentum while active switching to create a cross-up.
Really nice, using that smart decision there. So right now we got Semblance activated for Yang.
Oh, big
hit with the jump B. It's gonna confirm. Doesn't have an assist. Can really continue that combo there. Command Grab doesn't work. Razzo was ready with the bit. Yeah, the burst. And here we go as Kanji's just trying to play this neutral. Yang has to come in. Yang has to approach Kanji. There it is with the grab. Okay.
I love that Razzo had 0 fear in trying to fight the Akatsuki. Oh, unblockable. Yeah, so that setup is pretty. I think it is capable. Actually, I think only Kanji counter might be able to get out of it, if I remember correctly.
It's a little bit of something there. Oh, here we go. Drops out. Now Razzo with Carmine. Pixel of Life has a lot of red health, but cannot get touched in the slightest. Gonna try to find a way to tag out here. We're just gonna switch out from that. Yeah, there it is. Very smart, doing the CC.
Well, Alex does have Astro on deck. Unfortunately, that character's gonna get hit. Could possibly die so long as there's no combo drop.
Nah, I like that. Realizing you got the 2 bars right in the middle of it. Opted to go for the jump C into super, which is, you know, 90% guaranteed when you land that jump C. So that was really good. Taking the first game is Razzo against Alex.
Yeah, that was that was definitely violence. You said it at the start of the match. You called that. You're like, yeah, this is gonna be violence, and that was exactly what it was. There was so much Yang just running forward, punching, never stopping, never stopping.
Like, this is like kind of match, like all 4 characters at the round start just all cracking they're cracking their knuckles. This is the kind of fight that they're just prepared, you know, flexing a little bit, stretching it out because they know that they're just gonna be swinging at each other. And you saw there like with Razzo as he was getting his offense going. And, you know, Alex trying to be a little cautious, you know,
That's
get
my
a little
girl.
patient. And you know what? brings out Neo just for this guy sitting next to me here. So here we have, this is a team, like you would look at it and be like, how did this make it this far? But Alex finds a way.
Alex is just a good player. Like, just straight up, like, full stop, no sugarcoating it. Alex is just really good. So, like, regardless of the characters that they play, I just have faith, right? Like, it doesn't matter anymore. Oh, Carmine Assist is gonna help out by catching one side of it. Gonna get that table for one. All the candles are set, the tablecloth on.
Yeah, Kanji always likes the nice arrangement. He just didn't expect to be part of it. Okay, push blocks away. Kanji on a lot of low life. Neo tried to help, but she got swatted away like a fly. Move along, girl. Oh, big hit. Opportunity.
Beautiful cross combo activation into the Neo assist. The reset is the big deal right here. It's the low!
Woohoo! The low on the opposite end. All right, little damage there. I like that. Jumping back, not trying to get baited into whipping a grab.
Yeah, the trick to that is she's always going to teleport the way she's facing, right? So, like, it'll be a cross-up if she's facing that direction.
Well, I like that. Tag just to get the semblance going. It's a big start. Nice hit there. Kanji bleeding a little bit more. Lost a little bit of life that he just gained back.
Oh, beautiful run up.
Let's go.
Yeah, recognize that Yang had just thrown the firecracker. She can't do anything until it recovers after landing, right? So that means as long as she's able to get around Carmine, nothing matters anymore. I can just run forward and hit buttons.
Oh my god. The conversion. That conversion off the counter hit. Alex with the big hit there. No meter, but it doesn't matter. Wait, yes it does.
Oh no.
No, the
Neo's gonna
pinwheel
go
does
down.
it. Comes Kanji in the corner here. Blocks the cross-ups. Gonna activate Resonance. Gets hit by the projectile, but manages to tech forward. No!
Is he gonna be okay, Rap?
No,
He's okay.
He is fine. He is dandy. He's going for raw super, but the reversal to push through.
Yeah, I mean, as Alex, you want Razzo to use all of the puddles at his disposal so that there's no more puddles like for you to have to deal with. But the problem is he has no health to use anymore. He can just throw puddles.
He can throw a chair. Blocks the second hit of it. Oh, the cruel
There
attack
it is.
does it!
Wait, cruel attack hit first.
Cruel attack wins! Finally! He's validated! Kanji's chair comes through for the first time in BB Tag history.
I was not ready for cool attack to hit first. I thought the pinwheels were hitting Kanji. I was like, okay, it's over. Kanji's down. He blocks. It's done, right? But no, cruel attack, sitting the boy down. He's like, here's a chair. Please sit.
Alex threaded a needle with an aluminum folding chair. Holy moly. And now bringing back Neo on point here, trying to, play that neutral move around Yang. If you want to take down a Ruby protagonist, might as well go with Neo, right? Who better to know their weaknesses, lore-wise?
Yeah.
Not that really helps in a match. But
so I've never actually watched Ruby, but I've seen the clip of Yang versus Neo, and Yang was getting toyed with, from what I've seen. So,
well, Yang is turning the tables on Neo this time. Gets a big duff there. I like that. Catching it and getting almost a full extension off of DP assist.
That could be a big drop for Alex. Might be able to get Neapolitan out of there, and does exactly that as long as Neo doesn't. Yeah.
Woo-hoo! And big damage coming from it too. Okay. Wow, backdashes the 5B.
Really?
I'm impressed.
That is the most perfect timing. Like, that move has a good amount of active frames. I'm not gonna say a ton, but he got it.
Nice. That was a good call out with that Neo assist. Extra damage here. Not gonna use any of the bar yet, but with the punish! Wow! The delayed burst from Razzo actually doesn't work out. It's gonna get a super here. No, never mind, because it's turned. Has to hold the sandwich. And beautiful jump C from Kanji.
And that's gonna do it right there. As long as there's no drops, of course, but
wow, what a hit from that. Kanji's jump C, you don't see it like very often, right? But it makes him linger in the air. It has a crumple on hit. So it was a great move to go with the active switch too. And then get that confirmed hit with Neo. So, Alex bringing that back really well. That character switch into Neo is paying off super good. as 2-1 is the set right now in Alex's favor.
Neo's supporting Kanji very, very well, surprisingly. Like, in such a way that Neo can be in front, right? And she can just be so sly and evasive, incredibly hard to catch, and create openings that allow for Alex to then active switch. Okay. Hakumen Merkaba.
Oh,
Okay.
We're going back to the tried and true.
Okay.
We're bringing out the noodles. We are not letting it to chance. Yank Carmine didn't work twice in a row. So I understand wanting to go for the noodly lad in this. Like, hey, I want to make sure that Neo can't move as well as she can, but now he's seeing you got a tall lad when it comes to Merkaba. And we see Alex taking advantage of that with the jumps from Neo. Nice call on the assist. Here we go.
Yeah, so use the fake teleport right there, which is actually just a parry. So she's not going to teleport, but if you do attack her, she will. Oh, goodness gracious. So
What a
luckily,
lead.
Neapolitan isn't a super high damage solo character, so that burst Punisher is not going to be gigantic, but... Oh, missed the land cancel.
Oh, but what reaction there from Razzo getting a hit, trying to get the side swap to put, Alex in the corner, but Alex gets out. Alex with a huge lead here.
Trying to use the lightning bolt to be able to catch Hakumen, but no dice as he's able to make his way down, catch Neapolitan, and now she has to deal with the hellacious mix-up here. Oh, okay, just gets hit straight up. Again?
Gets hit straight up again, gets out. There's a burst available. Here comes Kanji. Okay. Oh my god, that late reversal and another one. But able to block to get the counter, but then got hit by jump C overhead. Here we go.
Thanks to Shifu, the assist, able to put enough block stun onto that Kanji to allow for the instant overhead to happen. Oh, gotta jump this, yeah.
Oh, but counter! He tried to maybe hit Kanji on the way back, but Kanji was behind the Yukikaze. That was nice.
Knockdown right here.
Blockable.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Very nice.
I think we were all expecting that as soon as we saw it.
Yeah. As soon as I saw that up back there, but coming in. Nice dodge out. But Neo's coming in. Oh, cool attack. This should be not quite close to kill, but it's going to get Neo in. Let Kanji heal, mix up. Nice stuff. Here we go. Last hit. Last character for Razzo.
Well, I mean, it is Merkaba. It's definitely not a bad character to have last, but unfortunately the reversal action is not going to make it happen. And Alex is going to be moving on over Razzo Sharp with the Neo Kanji. I would like to point out that these are two characters that people consider to be incredibly not good.
So what you do is you take the bad with the bad, you put it together, and apparently it negates the negativity from both, and now you have a good team. No, it's just Alex is just that good. Alex is just an amazing player, and I mean it when I say Alex is a crowd favorite. He brings a uniqueness to BB Tag with his team choices, with the way he plays, and how he goes about dissecting his opponents. Always a treat to watch, and someone who I always expect to make it very far. Despite the character picks, he's just, has that factor in that he can make it count when it needs to.
Unfortunately, Razzo Sharp that was their final match of the tournament. They are going to be going down, which means there is going to be a completely new Open Series champion for the final event of 2020. The only repeat champion will continue to be Tempest.
And even though Tempest couldn't be here, couldn't qualify, he can at least wear that badge with pride, being one of the few, unlike on the Europe side where you have the opposite, where it's all been repeat, right? So it's always funny to see the contrast between the two, but I like with the variety as well, because we have so many players who compete, and it make it as interesting as it is. So, especially this match like this, as we have Master CJ versus Alex. So it'll be the first time that these two will be facing each other, because Alex got sent to lower bracket by Flower Man. Master CJ losing to Flower Man as well in the upper bracket finals. So now they're competing to see who will face, Midwest's finest for the title of the December monthly champion.
Yeah, we've seen this matchup, I believe, in a previous Open Series event, and I think that was the one where Alex played, like, it was like Kanji Blitztank or something like that, and Master CJ was just all over him the whole time, if I remember correctly. It was either Kanji Blitztank or it was just like something a little bit different than what Alex normally plays. Regardless of that fact, new day, new tournament, lower bracket finals. Winner of this is going to be fighting Flower Man. Okay,
Yes.
We're seeing Master CJ's Rachel Hilda, and we are going back to the Yosuke for Alex. So, while not his main team, this is definitely one of the stronger picks for Alex.
Definitely. I mean, having Yosuke on the forefront, it's kind of like a better version of the Neo team, where Yosuke is going to be able to get Kanji in just from his mobility and his ability to close the gap, right? But now you have, on the opposite end, Master CJ bringing out the Rachel. It's a fun thing to see. He's going for the zoning. He says, I know what your strength is. That's your Kanji. I want to make Kanji's life a living heck.
Yeah, you know, and another thing that this actually exudes is two different ways to stop Yosuke's ability to be at the top of the screen. One is with the Thunderbolts from Rachel, because those just go all the way up there. The other is with the stop sign on Hilda.
Yeah, it's a good option. Although it can be very hard to use that stop sign effectively against Yosuke. It's a good tool against it because he likes to be airborne, but if Alex is ready and wearing for it, he can call it out and make it happen. Nice reversal. Okay. Ooh! Into the dive. Doesn't get the follow-up though.
And unfortunately pressed the 5A just a little bit too early, and so Hilda ended up falling out. Oh no!
Right in the blind spot.
This should be a dead character. No extra meter required. No, he does need the extra bar. I lied. I'm sorry. Okay, there was about a pixel left.
Character going down is character going down. 11k damage. And now it's all down to Rachel by her lonesome.
Oh, anti-air command. That's the most. Okay, real talk. Alex in this month is the most times I have seen anti-air command grab connect. I have never seen it connect this many times.
I mean, they have nothing but buffed that move. Every time there's been like a patch for BB Tag, that move only gets better and better. And it's still not great, but Alex can use it with such authority and it works so well.
Yeah, I can't stress enough that I just feel like Alex has been just killing it with whatever character that he plays. Like, I think we all know, after watching so many Open Series, after watching so many events that Alex has been at since Super TSP, that Kanji plus character ends up just being strong enough, stronger maybe than even your main team sometimes. Whatever that character may be even, right? Like...
I mean, that's what counts. If the player can find comfort and has a game plan that they can really make it happen, right? I mean, at a point you may hit a wall, but Alex has been busting it down, all the time. I know some players are really adept at making sure that to attack the weaknesses, but Alex has played it so long enough, he knows how to get around it.
Gonna have to find a quick way around this moonsault as Master CJ, because this is gonna be the biggest and most difficult point of fighting this character. Was able to block one part, but not the rest, and then gets the burst taken.
Once again, it's gonna extend it a little bit into the corner here. This could be the setup. It's gonna be the safe jump. Goes low. Try to extend with the Yosuke. Not quite, but the mix-ups are here. Nice block. But you say
my goodness, the chair!
Oh, the burst! Wow!
The chair anti-aired the burst! What?
The chair is actually a big knockdown too. You get the easiest OTG of your life if the chair hits on the way down. And Rachel left as fast as she came in. All again down to solo Hilda. Full attack.
Oh, got the cross up right there. Yeah, Yosuke is one of the few characters in the game that can cross up in the corner. And that's probably gonna do it, right? No! Moonsault didn't hit perfectly.
Makes that dive safe. Big reversal here. Opportunity.
He went for anti-grab.
Yeah. He went for try to catch the up back. I respect it, but now it's gonna lose a little bit of life. Hey! Oh my God! The call-outs. Tech anti-air grab. Oh my God.
That one was for the fans.
That's the will breaker. That's telling Master CJ, I am 5 steps ahead of you. I am so far in your brain. You can feel. Oh, that's no good. He is reaching deep into Master CJ's mind right now. Oh.
Incredible play right there. Incredible play.
Like, I love to see it, but I hate to see it. Oh, jeez. All right. So now Alex forcing Master CJ to pick his mainstay, the Heart Seth. That's his last chance to switch a team up, so he's going to have to stick this whole thing through if Master CJ wants to try to run it back to Grand Finals.
Well, I mean, we saw it with a certain flowery person, right? With the reverse, it's Master CJ has no chance at this point, other than to do the reverse sweep.
Yep, and already in a pickle. Holding this pressure here. Nice active switch in the cross combo.
I think Master CJ is the pickle, because that was a sandwich.
Well, the pickle usually goes on top, right? I don't know how many people put.
Does it?
Sometimes. Depends on the sandwich.
Okay,
I'm thinking of a hot dog. Okay, never mind. A hot dog is a sandwich, though. Anyway, Master CJ with a life lead here. A little bit important, but here comes the Kanji getting a clean hit.
Yeah, that burst was probably necessary because that low ended up hitting hard. She was not going to die from that mix-up, but she was going to take a lot of damage, and things may have changed quite a bit.
Nice backdash, trying to get the cross-up, and the homing to avoid the jump C. Nice stuff.
Yeah, luckily it has that invincibility on it, retained from Arcana Heart. It counts as a real backdash, but just in the air, right? Oh, no! Why did it get punished? That's
I think a lot of air reversal actions recover faster than their grounded counterpart. So that might have had that little less delay that really counted in that situation.
Okay, so this is going to catch Heart right there. Luckily, she stays alive due to the drop combo. Not going to be able to... Oh, punish, but the reversal action comes out. Command grab. The Heart is on.
And Yosuke's just chilling there, waiting for Seth to come in. Last chance. Master CJ, can he make it count? Can he make a comeback with solo Seth?
He's got to be able to find a way to deal with Yosuke, though. That's kind of the hard part, right? Because Yosuke is going to just be jumping around, moving faster. The orb is actually going to catch off of the run. It's damage.
Yeah, and it's a full super. It's going to get the knockdown here. What's going to set up? You're going to see another unblockable. We're going to see, okay, 5C. Into reversal, gets baited out. Huge damage. Going to run at the resonance.
I feel like that's one of Yosuke's better starters, is it not? Oh, well, I mean, that chair is going to start the party at this point, because I believe Seth is gone.
Yeah. Seth down on him. Big pose. And Alex, 8721, a.k.a. Puns, a.k.a. the low-tier master, with a 3-0 over Master CJ, as Alex advances to the Grand Finals.
Hey, Yosuke's not low tier. I don't know if that counts, right? All right, but for real though. So Alex moving on, gonna be fighting the floweriest person on the block in the grand finale. This is the final open series of the year. Alex, we have talked about them being one of the strongest players for a really, really long time at this point, and they are finally at that pinnacle, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and no slouch is Master CJ. Played his heart out getting to this point. It's going to take third. He's going to take a little bit of the prize and, can hold his head up high, getting third place in the final BB Tag event of the year here in the PlayStation Open Series. But now we, make way to the grand finals of all grand finals here. We'll see if Flower Man and Alex will be just as good a match as it was in the upper bracket finals.
Yeah, so I got to give congrats to Master CJ for making it all the way to third place. I believe that's the best placing in the Open Series for them so far. Not a bad way to end their 2020, but we're not going to end our 2020 just yet, as we're going to kick it off to a quick break so that we can get ready for the carnage that is going to be happening in this grand final. So please stick around.
really struggling with the solo cap again. Bottom jump. Oh no! Oh my god, he hits it overhead! He's got a chance, DC!
PlayStation.
And we are finally back here for the grand finale of the PS4 Tournaments Open Series for BB Tag. This is going to be our final match for the year of 2020 for this game. So it is going to be Flower Man versus Alex 8721 coming in. We have seen these two in several different Open Series. Neither of them have been able to take the title just yet, but now this is their chance. And this is their final chance.
Yeah, getting a brand new champion here. You see how far they've come along, as Alex had faced Flower Man earlier in the tournament. Flower Man was down 2-0, brought it all the way back against Alex 3-2 to take that set and advance all the way to this grand finals using 3 different teams. 3 teams that he used specifically in switching up against Alex. You see the prizes listed here. This is all to see who gets first place and gets the $400 reduce. Second was a strong $300, and you saw a little earlier Master CJ taking third, which is $200. So this is a lot on the line between these two. With Flower Man in the upper bracket, Flower Man just needs to win 1 set to take that first place, whereas Alex has to win 2 sets, first to 3, to bring it back and take the championship home himself. So there's a lot on the line, a lot of pressure for both players, and we're gonna see a bit more of what we saw in the upper bracket.
Yeah, one thing I want to touch upon too is the fact that you talked about that Flower Man used 3 different teams versus Alex at one point, and that was the very first round. This is a run back from the first round where Flower Man reverse 3-0 swept Alex after switching back to Hilda 9. So one of the big deals with this is the bracket demon. Alex had to make it back from round 1 losers all the way in here to grand finals just to get a second opportunity to bring the pain to Flower Man.
All right, and just as predicted, Flower Man not messing around here. Going with the Hilda 9 out the gate. Not playing a secondary team, not a tertiary team. Full throttle, knowing the threat that Alex is, doesn't want to give him a chance. But Alex, who has many teams on his own, who has switched around with every team featuring Kanji, right? He's run Yosuke, he's run Akatsuki, he's run Neo. So he has a lot of different choices he can make. In the first set in the upper bracket, when they played, it was Kanji Akatsuki before he went down to lower bracket. So we'll see with his 4th team of the day, and honestly the one he was first known for.
Yeah, this is the main team. You talked about how Flower Man wasn't playing around. I feel like we have finally seen Alex no longer play around. This is both players making sure they're at full power. They understand what's at stake here. First game.
It's big toss, big boot. Gonna go to the corner here and gonna try to set up the unblockables. Okay, no, just opts to go for a meaty. Gonna put the orbital cannon, but a nice burst there gets Naoto out, and a grab. You can throw, I can throw too.
Yeah, and Naoto has meter right now. Could put a mark on 9 if, wants to. Opts not to, just going for the damage.
Let's talk about Naoto real quick. She's a character that, with meter, like you said, putting a mark. If she puts a mark on it, we'll see a skull appear. If that appears, there's a super that Naoto can do that will instantly kill a character no matter how much life they have.
Yep. Oh, got the cross up with the chair. That's going to activate that immediately going for the resident super. Yeah. So you do that because if you don't immediately burst, 9 dies. And if 9 doesn't die, well, this happens.
Yeah, now Hilda with the mark on. Already lost a lot of life from that. Any hit here can lead into the finale. It's going to force the burst out. So 9 gets hit, she's dead. If Hilda gets hit, she's dead. It's, oh, what a chair!
The chair call out from Alex on the way in. There's the instant overhead on the defense from Flower Man, trying to make something happen. Does have the mark available, but there's meteors, okay. Gonna be able to get full conversion.
Gonna get extension, nice, yep. Oh, gets hit again. We might not even see an opportunity to set up the Hamon to get the potential instant kill. Oh, the counter! The shot comes through. Okay, like that CC. Super tried to get the instant kill from that high, but the meteors had otherwise. Oh, great hit! Should be it.
Yeah, I like the idea from Alex. It ended up not mattering because he had so much life on that Kanji, right? If Naoto goes down, Kanji can do cleanup crew, and that's exactly what ended up happening. And if it works out, he instantly wins the game. So it's like, the risk reward is completely in his favor at that point. Come on.
Big time. I mean, even if it ended with Hilda versus Kanji, at least Kanji had well enough of a life lead that Hilda would have to get so many hits to really whittle that down, when Kanji only really needed like one good cruel attack. So, good that Alex got a hit early on with that 5B, throwing down the Thunderbolt. But yeah, making his mark already with the first game, even with Flower Man, who got the first hit and started his stuff early. But, Alex is a fighter. He is used to scrapping, and it's a scary team to scrap against. The volatility of Naoto, like, momentum always plays a heavy part in fighting games, but she does it like nobody else. The fact that she just will shoot you with her guns, and then just the next hit will just erase whatever character. That's that layer of fear that's very unique to characters like her, because they have a unique game plan on top of just beating you senseless.
Yeah, I don't think there's any momentum that is stronger than just putting a curse on the opponent, death mark, right? Because then they have to think very carefully about how they make every single decision at that point, because no matter what their character's health at, it's gone, just like you said.
Okay, force the burst out. Here comes Naoto, shooting the shots with the mirror reflex. Good awareness to put that out there. Naoto in the corner here. Takes the shot, gets the knockdown, get a bust out. Nice.
Sure, Kanji trying to help out Naoto right there. Luckily for Flower Man, was ready for the assist. Oh, gonna punish that reversal action.
And Naoto's is just a counter, so if you wait just a little bit, you get the delay on it. Alex is kind of sitting pretty, waiting for his chance. There's the low, gets the hit. You see a burst? Yes, and the punish on that, using the Crimson Raider to push Naoto back, so Kanji landed a little bit further out.
Oh, unblockable possibility. Yeah,
Never
the counter
mind.
comes out, though, because the unblockable is ineffectual if it gets activated by counter.
Oh, wow. Got the extension off that using the Naoto assist. That was really nice. With the cool attack.
Oh,
Get
this is huge.
Yo!
It's got all the meter in the world.
And it's gonna just, what's it gonna do? Set up the mark. There it is. Shotgun blast. Next hit kills her. Unblockable. No, never mind.
I don't even think he got the unblockable there. I'm pretty sure he just got hit raw.
That was not
hit
it.
raw.
Oh, hit by the chair.
Oh.
She's dead.
Bonk. And there's a mark on 9, isn't there? Or was the mark on Hilda?
It was mark on Hilda. Mark was on
Oh,
Hilda.
okay.
So now 9 has a lot of life going into this, in the sense that she can, has enough to get some clean hits, and she can take a regular hit, and she can take have a mark put on her, but has to be really careful depending on this cruel attack. Yup. Gonna get some loops.
Oh, go for reset!
The reset! That was hot! Into cross raid. Alex, you son of a gun. What a cheeky reset into cruel attack. That's perfectly blockable, right? But getting the hit got the knockdown that was well enough to get the OTG launch. and just made that combo count. That was great.
Incredible decision right there from Alex. If it was blocked, things would have been fine. If it's not blocked, then he just wins. You know, there's not a lot of downsides to making that decisions. I feel like that's kind of the theme for Alex's play. Just kind of setting up situations where it's like, okay, if I do this, I win, and if I don't, if it doesn't work out, the risk is so minuscule, I don't really care, right? Like, that's why they're up 2-0 at this point. I feel like
Alex just doesn't care. I wouldn't say just doesn't not care. I know I'm using double negatives there, but it's just always willing to push the envelope, always willing to show their hand, even when at advantage or at the on the back foot. There's never a time when Alex isn't afraid to roll the dice, and I love it.
I don't mean to interrupt, Raph, but does Flower Man play Yumi?
Flower Man does now.
I don't know
enough is enough. All right, that's what I'm feeling from the energy from Flower Man. The 9 Hilda team wasn't working. You know, Naoto was shutting that down. So it's time to win the neutral. It's time to throw some fans.
All right. Well, at least playing pink. You know, best color as always. Pink is always the best color on any card.
You know, every game started the same. That Kanji would get hit and there would just be a burst into Naoto. Who are you shooting? I got this nice mirror here. Bulletproof glass. Now
shooting yourself at this point. Oh yeah, that's a hardcore blender because of that Yumi 5P. You were talking about that assist previously, right? You mentioned that is one of the assists you don't want to have to deal with. And I mean, look at what it afforded to Flower Man. Almost kill on the Naoto. The burst is going to come out. And Yumi assist still connected after the burst.
Ooh, push block. Below beats it out. I mean, that was just great. That 5P from Yumi is just so active. And her hitbox is kind of small on that. Ooh, gets... Ice beats lightning, confirmed.
Okay, yeah, I didn't realize that that's how the elemental rock paper scissors went, but okay, yeah, no, now I know. I'm learning.
So yeah, Flower Man plays Yumi. Look at that, Flower Man busting out the pocket pick. Who knew that this Yumi was gonna show up, and who knew it was gonna be so effective in that first game? We saw this. We literally saw this in their first game in upper bracket, where Flower Man was down 2-0, made the final switch to 9 Hilda and brought it all the way back. Is forced to do it right now with Hilda Yumi. Will it happen, or will Alex force this reset?
I wonder if Alex is going to stay characters. Hold on. Okay, so it is staying Kanji Naoto. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I was curious if maybe Alex had like a pocket whatever to fight Yumi with, right? Because that's kind of the signature of Alex. We've seen so many different character picks just to change the tide of the matchup, and it's worked out a lot for him. So I was kind of expecting a character switch. But yeah, no, it's working out for Flower Man, apparently amazingly, because that last match was emphatically in his favor.
Oh, for sure. Here we go. Game number 4. Alex just needs one game to set the reset and bring, Flower Man down to lower bracket level. But that 5B looking good. But the drop on the combo, Alex Tekt is going to go to the corner. Doesn't have the meter to set up the mark. But at the very least, puts Naoto in, and he's going to try to set up a little bit of something here. Nice conversion. Nice block on the run up.
I wonder if he's going to mark 9 just because of that.
Not enough meter for it.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at the wrong bar again.
Okay, gets hit there with that delayed air dash. Nice punish on Kanji. Kanji already a little bit of lower life, so he's going to take a lot of damage here. Never mind, just going to the corner.
Okay.
Nice. Using the reversal, the counter, to beat out the orbital strike. Dives out of there.
That was a super smart dash right there to be able to get away from the Kanji grab, because that could have changed the tide real quick right there if Kanji got the grab. Cross combo is activated. Yeah, I was trying to go for that high-low mix-up, but just a bit too far away. The throw is going to come out. There's the immediate burst.
Immediate, doesn't want any of that. Dropping traps, but Yumi's buttons easily eat those up. The 2B on reaction. Beautiful anti-air. Here's the sandwich. Push block,
negates the sandwich. That was incredible use of push block right there. 9's gonna get shot, but not too bad.
Good avoidance. Jump C is gonna get out of dodge. Nice reversal. Can't punish it from that distance. And here come the gunshots. Gonna use that to keep 9 honest. And gonna take her out of the game. Potential reset. One more hit on Yumi can do it. Cool attack.
Nice block on the cool attack, though. Yumi does have a chance. Level 4 resonance is available, but the hit's gonna connect. EX, immediate conversion right there. Alex with literally zero fear.
Alex does it 3-1. Resetting the bracket, taking Flower Man down to losers. We have a fresh set here in Grand Finals. Alex with his Kanji Naoto. Pressing there is just, to me, is wild. But it worked out, like you mentioned, with those leads, not afraid to take the risk. Threw out the button there against Yumi. It worked out, got the kill. And now with a fresh set is fresh possibilities.
Yeah, so now the score is reset to 0-0. So whomever takes the first 3 games will be able to win the entire tournament at this point. Both players are technically in the lower bracket now in the interest of fairness. So this is it. This is for everything at this point. Who will be crowned champion of the final event for the year of 2020?
Who will be the... Really, it's honestly like, it's so many ways the final event. It's the final PlayStation Open Series tournament event for BB Tag in 2020. It's one of the, if not the final BB Tag event in 2020. There's a lot on the line here. They could have started with some fresh characters because it is a reset bracket, but they're sticking to their guns from the previous set. No swap outs for either side. Kanji Naoto versus Yumi 9.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, there's not a lot of reasons for Alex to go to a different character at that point, right? Alex already won the set with this team. Just gonna stick with it. Flower Man was doing a lot better with this team versus the Naoto specifically, so gotta keep that. And there's the TRM, unburstable damage.
I like that cash out by the super. Gonna bring in Naoto, but there's the big punish. Naoto gonna take some damage, but at least Kanji survives to live another day.
Okay, so that punish was specifically to bring 9 in, because Yumi, her best starter is to immediately go into the dance, right? That's her best starter, not to go like 5A. So I think he just wanted to have the combo take long enough that 9 could be able to get in at this point.
Okay, so expecting Naoto, a lot of life loss, and looking at a perfect here for Flower Man. Well, doesn't come with the assist, but this time easy with the 5B, had a second chance at that, and now Kanji by himself. Cool attack, whisk. Just the avoidance that's gonna do it, and a perfect Flower Man setting the stage for the reset with a huge round against Alex.
First game perfect? Have we gotten to see a perfect in the Open Series that wasn't like Ragnar related? I don't think we have, actually. That might have been the first one. So today has been a couple of firsts. We've seen the first Astral. We've seen the first perfect. It's getting wild in here today.
And look at that, the lower bracket power up for Flower Man. A decisive win that first round. Alex has to answer back. He was doing so well in that first set. You know, Flower Man taking the advantages where he wants, because again, he's playing teams that are very good against Kanji. Really well designed to keep Kanji at bay, make him suffer really. Let's see if he can bring that back. Okay, there's the jump C, dropping down the ice on the fan, but gets the sandwich. There's a burst out and a punish, nice.
Yeah, unfortunately for Naoto, her burst in is usually only going to hit on the forward side. You would have to be incredibly close for her to hit you on the backside.
Ooh, goes low, gets the big hit. Gonna set something up, and Alex just gets hit. Text forward, gets hit, and Naoto's already gone. This is looking, you know, dire circumstances here for the hero that is Alex.
Gonna go for double super right there. That's gonna do more than a regular super and still get the knockdown.
Up backs, gets a hit with the jump B to start it off. Gonna go right to super before resonance ends. Not a perfect, a little bit of damage, but it's a long road ahead.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be hard right now, and oh, I don't know if you can survive this one. It's going to take Flower Man dropping the combo for this to go down badly, and there it is. Quickly, as it came, 2 games for Flower Man.
And now, yeah, the shoe's on the other foot. Usually Alex in their sets takes the early lead, but Flower Man bringing it back with Yumi 9. You know, the secret final boss team saying, I am tired of the cute stuff that you're doing. I'm sick of getting hit by all this, like the pies you were throwing, I'm tired of being clowned on, and that's just what a team to really shut that down. Like this is like as anti-clown as you can get.
It's definitely controlling anytime Alex wakes up. We see Alex do anything on wake up and it immediately just gets destroyed, which was not happening before, right? We were talking about how Alex felt that the risk reward was in his favor to just press buttons on wake up, even if he got knocked down, or to use a super to reversal action. And hardly any of those have been working. A few of them have been okay, but okay, switching to Naoto. So the other Naoto in this game, this is Naoto Punch, the other one's Naoto Gun. That's how I lovingly refer to them. This Naoto has one of the best, if not the best assists in the entire game. That right there, 4P. Yeah. That move is tied for speed in number of frames with Ruby. You cannot jump versus this character because he has air unblockables that other characters do not have. And also a lot of his attacks are burst safe.
Very much so. You see that pressure? Use that sandwich? It's out.
This character has very little downsides, if any downsides at all.
It can be like high execution, and in the realm of online, like the one screw up can really turn the tide with like how some of the combos have to be. But outside of that, I think very, very strong, very fun to watch too.
Okay, gets out of the jump scene. Not gonna be able to punish thanks to Yumi's quick recovery. Gonna have to watch out. Yeah, there it is. That 4P so fast. Huge hitbox, easy to combo off of, and already Alex looking much, much stronger here.
But does it matter how fast and how big a hitbox is if I'm fully invulnerable? 9 dashing through. Level 4 Resonance in play now. It's gonna get some life back, get some meter. 4P available, I like that. Gonna control that pressure. Ooh. Cruel attack connects, that should be it.
As long as he gets the link, he does. There it is.
Nice, nice. Alex with one on the board has locked in to Kanji Naoto Punch. He's stuck with his Kanji Naoto team all the way through this grand finals, and we're seeing it in one way or another. It's gonna have to work. But now Flower Man is open to make any changes, right? So that opens the door to see if he chooses between can bring out the Hilda, can go to something else, or will he stick to this? The Yumi's been doing a great job. I won't blame him if it's 9 Hilda again, but
it is.
Okay. The comfort pick is in.
I mean, still got at least another game to work with to see if 9 Hilda is up to snuff versus Naoto. Because again, Naoto Punch is locked in for Alex. This has to win the tournament with these two characters. Can no longer switch.
I mean, that last game was a bit of a scrap, right? So unlike the first 2 games of the reset where Flower Man had a big life lead advantage and all the pacing was on his side, even despite Alex's win, it was a bit of a scrap. Lost a lot of life going into that, so he can't afford to make as many mistakes, because as soon as he loses one character, as soon as it's like solo Kanji, it's just gonna be the hard uphill battle.
Okay. Oh, how did you get the sandwich at round start? That was crazy. I was able to get out of it, but I wasn't ready.
I think most of Alex's round starts have been jump forward, so he was ready for it with the preemptive anti-air to snipe it out and set up that situation. So good from Flower Man just to say stop going for the same opener.
I'm not sure Alex is one to be deterred right now. He's gonna have to find a way out of this, and that's a great start. Be able to get that Naoto. Now a sandwich is set up. Gonna hit both the assists and Kanji. Cut him out, wake up.
And doesn't block. Gets hit. Not enough to kill here, but has a great setup. Gonna force something out. Gonna be okay. Gonna punish the burst. Really nice.
Super strong option right there. It's gonna try to fake the unblockable.
Get back in that corner.
Okay, yeah.
I like that.
Side switch.
Big damage too. Count on the throw. It's gonna set up the knockdown. Gonna go for CC here. The clock is ticking.
Oh, I don't know if they can build a second bar like they want to though, because they already used the. Oh yeah, they just barely built it. When you use an EX move in a. Oh my goodness!
Good awareness to dash out. Kanji's trying to press. Throws the chair. Does it hit though? Oh, and beats out with the teleport. Here we go. Solo Kanji. Barely any life. There's the hit. The stop sign. That's gonna do it.
Flower Man takes it 3-1 right there. Switching back to the main team versus Kanji. Naoto Punch on the side of Alex, staying composed, and got back to that really strong control that we know Flower Man for. So that is going to make Flower Man your final BB Tag champion for the PS4 Open Series for the year of 2020.
The year, the final champion. Through tooth and nail, Flower Man fought so hard. Alex put up one heck of a fight with Flower Man's adaptations and his team roster. His team roster was just there to frustrate, bring heck, and that Yumi pick that came at a surprise did the damage, did the job. And first place going to Flower Man, second place Alex, and just what a set. The reset, the back and forth, but Flower Man showing that he is not to be trifled with.
Absolutely not. So, of course, congratulations to Alex for making it to the second place. We're going to take a look at that. So, first place, you guys are going to see Flower Man right there. Second place is going to be Alex. Third place, Master CJ. And fourth place, Razzo Sharp, rounding out our bracket. So this was it. This is the trail of bodies that Flower Man had to go through to be able to claim the crown of champion for North America.
Yeah, good stuff. Planting all these corpses in the garden, putting them down, and just in striking fashion, well-deserved win. Can hold their head up high for just coming through and making it count. So I was just really fun to see Midwest Best really bring it to the PlayStation Open Series and have a really good run. So that was just enjoyable. Doesn't even describe it, right? It's beyond that.
Absolutely. Both EU and NA helped out in making this one of the best events we've done, but there are more events for you guys to watch coming up on the PS4 Tournament's monthly finals. First up is going to be FIFA on the 29th. After that, on the 30th, it's going to be Under Night in Birth, Una Claire. And then on the 4th, you guys get a little bit of break in between. I'm sure that action will be too much to handle. It's going to be Soul Calibur 6 on the 4th. So that's going to put us to the end of our show today. And this is going to be the last time I see you guys for the year on this channel. Okay. Which side?
Bring it in. Can you do it?
Hold
Can
up.
you do it?
It's over
Bring it
here.
Bring it in.
Wait.
Almost,
Hold on. Back up. Just a little.
Hey!
I have to thank you so much, Raph, for coming in and covering for us at the last minute. It's big appreciated. You always do an excellent job. You guys can follow Raph over on RaphTX on Twitter if you would like. Also, streaming and all that. I can't say thank you enough, really, for sure.
No, don't thank me, right? I'm just always happy to yell about my favorite fighting games, and it's always a fun time hanging out with you, Abonic, and doing, having just a fun time. The matches make it easy for us, right? All these players playing their heart out. That's who I would love to thank. Everybody working their butts off to compete and make a statement, right? So that was just one heck of a show.
Yeah, I'm gonna ditto that sentiment, but I'm also gonna add thank you to everyone watching. I hope you had a great Christmas. I hope you're having a wonderful Kwanzaa, and I hope you're gonna have an excellent New Year, because I'm not gonna see you until after it. I don't know if Raph's gonna see you until after it, but we'll figure something out. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us, and that is it for today. We'll see you a little bit later for some FIFA, huh?
PlayStation